to another edition of your Wednesday night Sports Delight, the platform sports talk show.
Question is, did she subscribe?
Right.
She's down on YouTube.
Representing from the Boondocks. What up, Jobo?
Hello, what's up? Happy Wednesday.
What up? She repping her Hey Sister Soldier look right now. Everybody give it up for Bunny. What's happening, Bunny?
What up? Happy hump day.
T-Bone, what's going on, brother?
I'm back, and I don't know about better than ever, but I'm back.
What is going on, party people? It is your Wednesday night Sports Delight, the platform sports talk show. I am your boy Smooth. I think that may be on a highlight reel tape. And we're glad that you are tuning in live along with the millions and millions of the platform sports talk show fans on once again your Wednesday night Sports Delight.
Really?
Or really?
Brinks truck backing up in his driveway with 97 million. There you go.
All you hear is this.
It's always somebody who's doing something to give back and letting the next generation.
Say straight.
Have me tear up on here.
Come on now, don't hit me tear up. You know I get emotional.
But people watching around the world, no pressure. And we already have our favorite fan, Ms. Williams, saying welcome, Brandon.
Well, how are you? Hi, Ms. Williams.
A guy who tried to give it his all and put on for the city, to be truthful. Because like I said, I'm St. Louis die hard.
The views of Smooth does not reflect the platform sports talk show or its sponsors.
It is your Wednesday night sports delight, the platform sports talk show. I am your boy Smooth. Welcome back to another week. It is Hump Day, and we have another one jam-packed show for y'all. So right now you see it on your screen. Go ahead and hit that like, hit that share. Let's get as many people tuned in to what we have as another special show with another special guest. And my crew is ready as well. Before I bring them in, we're going to get this out the way because we have so much to talk about in the next couple hours. So I don't want to keep y'all waiting. So leave them comments as well, y'all, right now. But you can go ahead and follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. You subscribe and click on that bell because anytime we go live, you will be notified. At 314 Sports Talk, y'all, on Twitter, y'all. So once again, at 314 Sports Talk on that Twitter. You can email us, platformsportstalkshow@gmail.com. We also on that Insta at Platform Sports Talk. And once this show is over, it'll be uploaded right away on the Roku channel. So for all those who got the Roku devices and everything, you can go to the Roku TV, add us as a channel, the Platform Sports Talk Show. Check us out. And of course, you can hear my voice and many other voices sound crystal clear on Hot 365 Radio, where it's always hot. Also on at twitch.tv/hot365 radio and also on smoothproductions.com. Smoooth Productions. So twitch.tv/hot365 radio. And also, as of last week, twitch.tv/smooth productions, smooth with 3 O's. Y'all already know every last Wednesday of the month, it's the man cave. The fellas hold things down. Stan hosting, Sadal, T-Bone going at it. Craig Black talking about his fake team. We talk about that in a second. Just hold on tight. We're going to discuss the XFL team in DC in just a moment. So hold on tight on that. Then shouts out to the Ladies Night crew every first Wednesday of the month. Bunny is the host. Joe Bo doing her thing. Coach Willis and Coach Stringer. Amazing crew. The Man Cave, Ladies Night, doing our thing right here on the Platform Sports Talk Show. I ain't going to hold the crew up right now. She has a little one right in her hand, ready to speak because she got a lot to say. Her and her daughters. Bunny, what's happening?
What up? Happy Hump Day.
Happy Hump Day.
Get
What's
your hump
up?
on. Get your hump on. Hey, get your hump on. Hey. See, look.
Oh, yeah, she's ready to party. Look at her. She went to DC recently or something. She rocking a DC t-shirt.
Her grandma did. Her other grandma did. So, the little onesie for her. Mm-hmm. How you doing? How you feeling?
Man, I'm doing great. And how was your Mother's Day?
It was great. Great. We had a meal at my parents' house, and my grandma, who was 97 years old, of course, joined us as well. Hi, Miss Dub. So we ate good, pigged out on desserts. Yeah, good fellowship, good time.
So it was a great time for my mother and mother love and my auntie and my cousin. 09. We all had a great time celebrating Mother's Day. Hope you all had a wonderful Mother's Day as well. Shouts out once again to all the mothers doing their things, just being providing the ultimate sacrifice for people like myself to be alive. Up next, this man here started the show with me. He's back. Got some opinions. Look forward to talking to this man. Sadal, what's happening?
You know what it is. Sadal, the selector, the real estate DJ, Miss Dub in the building. We get it in. We got Bunny, of course, in the building.
What up?
Yeah.
And hey, we ready to talk sports tonight, man. Wednesday night sports delight.
It's a party. And up next, this man here, he had the special announcement that I want to make sure he go ahead and announce this, on the show tonight, because he told some good news last week. And because our special guest actually attends this same university, that he got this information from, it's only right to go ahead and let him break things down. So, T-Bone, what's happening, brother?
Whoo, it's been a long last few days. Glad to see some happy faces out there. And yeah, I've got some news, folks. Especially if y'all been listening to the platform Sports Talk Show over the last 300 and plus days. Or I guess we're probably getting into like the 500 range, right? Because I came around in like January of last year. Y'all may have heard me throw some stuff out there, put some stuff in the universe, asking the fine folks of St. Louis University, please have me at your law school. And you know what? They heard me. They must have heard me because your boy is going to law school in the fall. Woo! I could write a whole blog. I could make a whole blog, whatever you want to call it, about the journey to get here. But I finally made it, folks. Finally, it's official. The deposit's been paid. Can't take that back. They're gonna have me, and I am now a Billiken, folks. I'm a Billiken.
Let's go! Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
A scholar.
Whew.
Man, we had nothing but just smart people on this panel, man. I'm just a great judge of character when it comes to my panel, man. I'm so amazing. But now, congrats to you, man. And I know, Bunny, you've been doing your thing since the moment that I first met you. Sadar, you doing great things as well. Everyone on this panel, they all special. They all have special talents. And just so great that we all can come together on Wednesday nights and, just display that, show love, have fun doing what we do. And for those tuning in for the first time, thank y'all very much. This show's been going on strong for 6 years, y'all, and it keeps getting better and better and better. Y'all be thinking I'll be just saying stuff. Now it's the truth, man. Because if y'all seen show 1 to what we doing now, man,
Long way.
long way. But we doing big things. And once again, we have a special guest who will be on at the 8 o'clock hour. So definitely stay tuned. But in the meantime, get them likes, get them shares going. And let's go ahead and get right into it. Also, T-Bone, how was Mother's Day for you?
Mother's Day was pretty good, except the snake that we saw in the front yard. But hey, other than that, we had a nice dinner at a restaurant called 801 Fish. Trying to do something different.
I've been there. I'm sorry. I went to 801 Steakhouse. I haven't been to the fish one yet.
Chop House is right, right? Yeah. It's got a nice interior, nice everything, nice for about once a year. You know what I mean? But
exactly.
it was a good time. I liked it. I don't want to get addicted to that type of thing, but I liked it. It's good stuff. She was happy. That's what's most important.
Hey, I will say, when I saw them prices, I was like,
Oh, hell no! It's worth every penny for the ladies. Thank you.
Of course they'll say that, because I mean, who else we gonna do it for? Ourselves?
Hey, look. You know it's something when you get there and she's looking at the menu like, "Are you?
You sure you got this?" Are you sure this is what you want? Okay, say less.
I that got me the extra points. That was the extra credit because she looked at the price and I was like, "Look,
let's see what them appetizer talking about."
I told her, I said, "Look, you're worth it." I'm sure that made her. That's what they saw coming in the door.
Exactly. You're right.
And in the distance, you heard the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase laughing.
Right. Got you.
You saw them in the kitchen. Smells like money. Thanks.
And so now I asked you in the pre-show, but just let everybody know about your Mother's Day for your mom.
It was really good. Had a chance to take my mom out and see family. And spend the time with family, and that just real simple, no fancy restaurants or anything, just time with your loved ones, man, and that's what's important, man.
Definitely. So once again, let's go and get right into it. First topic. You now have my attention. What sports story or stories has your attention? Bunny, what you got for the people?
Y'all already know about y'all boy from the Memphis Grizzlies, John Morant. I mean, if we're going to touch that as a whole separate topic, we'll come back. But that got my attention in there, so. And a spinoff, another basketball one. That Justin Tatum is now the former head basketball coach of CBC. He's taking another role, so I was surprised that they had my attention as well.
Yeah, I was definitely shocked when I heard the news about, once again, Jason Tatum's father, Justin Tatum, who we had as a guest on the show about a year and a half ago. Incredible show. Check that out, in the archives. A little plug right there. But yes, he was taking a role in Australia, coaching, being assistant coach for a team out there. So leaving CBC after a lot of success at CBC and at Sodan, and now taking his talents across the waters, going to Australia, and looks like to me this is like a step into getting to like more of that professional level eventually. So we'll see what's up. But congrats to Justin Tatum, and yes, we will talk about Mr. John Morant in a minute. Sadar, what about yourself?
Yeah, well, you know what? I like to congratulate the world champions, the DC Defenders. They're the best team in
wait,
XFL.
hold on. Wait. Hold on. That didn't happen, Sadar.
What? The DC Defenders? They're the best team in the XFL. They have the best record.
What?
They got the beer snake and everything. What do you mean? They're the champs, right?
What?
They're not the the DC Defenders, right? It looks like that's not the Defenders colors. What's going on? They got powder blue on. I mean, I thought they wore red. I thought the DC Defenders were the real team.
Well, it was closer to a home game for the winning team than it was for the other team.
Yeah,
yes,
it's not the Defenders because
they suck.
Oh,
yes, that is correct. I have your attention now, don't I? It is the Arlington Renegades who have been crowned. Yes, the Arlington Renegades, not the DC Defenders. The Renegades have been crowned the XFL champions. Yes. All this talk about, hey, we're the best team and we got the real team and all of this, that, and the third. That all shut up. Because any given Sunday, you can take a loss. And that's what DC did. They flat out lost that game. I thoroughly enjoyed the XFL championship game this past week. Yes, I did.
And to the fans, of course, like the fake fan, Craig Black, and to those supporting DC Defenders.
Stop it. Get some help.
You straight called them out as fake fans.
Hey,
Hey, but it is, right?
It is what it is.
Man, hey, when the man cave come on next week, I know y'all gonna flame him.
Ooh, wait. I think we got 2 more weeks, but it can't come fast enough.
Man, oh my goodness, this is gonna be epic. I cannot wait to see, because I saw a part of the game, like the first half. Then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm seeing on Twitter, the Renegades are doing their thing. I'm like, wait a minute, let me tune in, and I'm seeing, okay, they might come back now. Here we go. They're down by 7 points. Then all of a sudden, touchdown by the Renegades and field goal. This, I'm like, wow.
Hey, listen,
this is about to
for one reason or the other, it's just a classic example of taking a team for granted. They went into the game, they looked at the record instead of looking at the opponent, and that's what happened. They just didn't have it the whole game. They was mentally out of the game from that first drive. I think they got a 3 and out. The first drive, they were mentally out. That was it. That's where they lost the game. Very first drive of the game. And
do you feel
the Renegades Yeah, the Renegades just took advantage of all of their chances. That's what happened.
Do you feel having those 2 weeks off hurt the defenders?
Not at all. Not at all. If anything, they just got too full of themselves for a week longer. I mean, that ain't nothing to do with it. The team that came to play won.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they were worried about their championship hat sizes instead of winning their game.
Oh man, yeah, I can't wait to. Oh yeah, you're right. And you're right. 2 weeks from now, the man cave. So I can't wait to see Craig Black's reaction.
Oh, he gonna try to play it off like it don't matter.
Yeah, well, you know what? You know what? We out here talking about the Renegades, and I can tell you on the man cave, we ain't gonna be afraid to talk about anything. Y'all know anything. See, I'm taking the lyrics from the word song.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
I got you. Yeah, man. So that was definitely a shocker, man. Right there, I was like, wow. All right, so T-Bone, you up? What has your attention?
Oh, excuse me. Something sticky over here. You know what I mean? Oh, you know, I've heard some people been in some sticky situations lately in the MLB. I mean, what's going on here? The pitchers act like they done, you know, went into like a beehive or something like that and coming out hands all sticky. What's going on, man?
I mean that happens all the time, man. You know, you got something sticky on your hand. I mean, that's what happens. You know, when you play in the game. I mean, I don't mean nothing.
Can't wash it off. I can't get it off.
That don't mean we cheating.
They got to use that old school goop. That's what they need to put on their hands. They got to get some goop.
Not the goop.
They took it back.
Look,
that's old school, boy.
That's what that's what they need to have every time they come out from the dugout. All right, scrub them up.
Let's go.
My pops used to work on cars, man.
Everybody in line. Let's go.
So
He used to have a whole
happy
bucket
to
of goop.
take everybody all the pictures for that sticky stuff, that glue, glide, whatever you want to call it. Everybody do a assembly line every inning. Is that what we're going to now?
You gonna see a wash thing sitting out there. All right, scrub them up.
I don't think so.
Sing that happy birthday song twice.
Manfred gets it wrong every time, so you know that ain't happening. Come on.
That's gonna be the Players Association solution. That way,
you can't blame Manfred on this stuff on their hands now.
Not that part. I'm just talking about doing an assembly line after every inning to check. I mean, come on. I mean, the ump's doing it here and there. Only somebody tip them off and say, "Hey, you know, the manager call them out," but they can't check it. I mean, it's gonna slow the game down. We just getting it going fast.
Look, the clothes are gonna be coming out to their big theme song. All right. Excuse me. All right, let's get it. I'm coming, guys. Hold on.
I'm on my way.
You know what was bad about the whole situation? You know what was bad about the whole thing, man? Now, I forget the pitcher's name, but he's a dark-skinned person, right? He thought that his dark skin would blend in with his hands. Like, no, that's just my hands. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's just me. That's the way that's the skin I'm in, bro.
Bruh.
No, son. No, son. You ain't gonna get away with that.
It ain't going down like that.
It was
a
Snickers.
Right. So I have a few things. T-Bone, your thoughts on this man here and what happened after the spring football game in which over 60 of his players, or now former players, entered the transfer portal. And it's been a big hoopla. Well, it has been previously over the last couple of weeks. It kind of died down now. But when you saw that a lot of his former players already at Colorado left into the transfer portal, what was your thoughts?
I gotta be honest. While I've been disappointed in Dion over the past so many months, I actually hadn't even been tracking this. Last thing I heard about them was that their first game was going to be broadcast on Fox. But are you saying that more players left after the spring game? Because I know I saw the large amount that left before, right? There was people that left before. It was after.
Well, it was some that left before.
Yeah,
There's more to the story. There's more to the story. I actually been following this though. There's more to this.
Go ahead.
All right. So yes, he did lose many of the players there. But most of the players were holdovers from the last season. And they expected them to leave. In fact, when he was at Jackson State, he actually had 75 players leave. So this is nothing new. And even he's been saying this over the past few weeks that before this happened, he's like, look, we're going to have a lot of players leave. We're going to have turnovers and people are going to jump in the portal. But a lot of what you're not hearing is the number of players he has been recruiting and bringing in. And so he has a number of needs on the defensive side of the ball, particularly on the defensive line. He's brought in some 4-star recruits coming in. He's expected to have more come in the 2024 class. And it's really not a big deal at all. It's not like he's lost like, perennial 5-star athletes. These guys,
well,
I just said, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, these guys wasn't really gonna make the roster, And
it goes with the territory when you have head coaching changes, not just football, basketball, even baseball. This is normal. When you have another coach to come in, pick players, transfer portal, for whatever, they don't want to go to the coach's lane, or they'll tell one thing. I think it's just because it's Neon Deion, he's getting more scrutiny on all these players leaving. But you can go look at
USC
at St. John.
St. John's, USC football last year.
When they realized Patino coming in, he didn't get rid of him out on play. He told him to leave. So this is nothing new. I just think it's because Deion gets scrutiny.
Well, that's true, but wait a minute. Isn't this the same story that involved him not releasing their tapes, or was that the people who left beforehand? That's what I'm trying to remember.
That was after.
Yeah, so that was the main part of this. That was the disappointing part of the story, is he's not giving them their tapes, their highlight tapes, to be able to take to other schools. So you basically been telling people since you got there, since you were even before you were official, basically telling people leave. There's only going to be so many slots for so many people, which that's true. But if you're telling these people to leave, why not give them the stuff that they need to succeed? Because I talked about this a few weeks ago when it happened. It's like, if you're saying that you're here to uplift guys and those guys aren't your guys and you don't want them, why are you stopping other people from getting them? Like, who's this about? Like, if you don't think that they're good enough, why do you need to stop them from going to other schools?
I don't know the issue. If that is what happened there, that shouldn't have happened. That's no excuse for that. But you got to remember, there's a lot of stories that come out that may or may not be true. So we don't know how true this story, because there's a lot of other different stories about the locker room and the culture and stuff from former players that used to play there. So we can't take everything we hear as gospel. So,
well, that's valid, but the only question I would have is if they got their tapes, why would they say they didn't have their tapes?
I don't know,
because it was players that said that Deion wouldn't give them their highlight tapes.
Like I said, if he did that, that was just flat wrong. I mean, I don't know. I don't see why you shouldn't give them a highlight tape. It's not like they're going over like the actual plays, and then the highlight tapes are from the previous coaches. It's not from the current coaches.
I think what his argument was trying to be is that it's Colorado's intellectual property, which is not an argument that a school should be making about anything, because there can't,
Well, NFL teams get their hand on a lot of highlight tapes from many different schools, so that wouldn't be an excuse about intellectual property. So,
well, the schools will willingly turn the stuff over to the NFL because they want the players to go to the NFL because it helps them out overall. But yeah, I mean, to use if allegedly, we'll start using terms like allegedly, and potentially. But if that's true,
so dog, don't forget we are talking to a future law student at SLU. So
I know, and it's gonna get worse as he learns different tactics on here.
If it's able from somebody trying to put a lawsuit on us, then let's use allegedly.
This is why the 49ers are gonna go
cool.
undefeated, and this is
that means T-Bone, if we ever have any legal issue, we get pro bono work out of you, correct? Thank you.
Well, it all depends on what it's in and what I'm doing afterwards.
yeah, so we'll see. I mean, at the end of the day, Deion is gonna be fine in Colorado.
I'm actually following. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm actually following Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffs and following everything they do. Watching his son's YouTube, and it's very entertaining. And I'm not saying they're gonna go to the national championship next year, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna win more than one game next year.
That's a very low bar you set there. Okay.
I say they win. I say they win 5 games.
You really went out of limb. They're gonna win more than one game.
One game.
I say they win 5 games or more.
All right. Mark his words on May 17th.
May 17th, 2023.
All right.
Dog says
from now.
Colorado wins more than 5 games or more.
All right. It will be on the highlight reel. So just be ready.
All right.
You heard it here first, people. You heard it here first. A dog prediction of CU Buffaloes with Coach Prime as the head coach that he's gonna get 5 games. I don't see that. Maybe 4.5. They may have a tie somewhere, but we'll see 4 months from now, right? So let's just wait and see.
We'll see.
I would just like to add an update on to what we were just talking about with the highlight tapes, because here's an article from Bleacher Report on April 26th that said Deion Sanders, Colorado, to give players transferring access to practice film. So it says that they've granted transferring players access to their practice film from 2022 and earlier after previously refusing to do so. So they did it, but now that kind of comes like, oh, well, we're doing it because there was the negative PR that came with it versus just doing the right thing to begin with.
So y'all peeped that. He was like, Exhibit A, we have here on Bleacher Report. He already in his bag. I'm loving it.
Yeah. It's only going to get worse from here, fellas.
Look, it's okay to like problematic people. We all do.
So, speaking of more college football, Sadal, when you see this, what comes to mind?
Great memories. I actually played this last week on the, don't judge me, the Xbox 360.
I still got mine.
This brings back great memories of college football. I've heard, I don't know if this is true. I haven't been following a lot of games, but I heard they're bringing it back.
Yes, that's the reason why I brought it up. It's because EA Sports College Football officially announced today that they are bringing the game back, and FBS players will be able to have their actual names and likeness in the game as well.
That's what I was about to ask you all. So they're bringing it back because the NIL deals are out there now when people make their money and you can really see the player. That's what I thought. Not mad at them. What's that? Oh, okay.
There it is.
I'm not lying to you.
I thought we knew this was coming months ago.
Well, in regards to the game, yes. But in regards to the name, image, likeness, the players actually can be on the game. That wasn't official until today.
Got it. Yeah, I thought that that only made sense once the players can get paid and they can get paid. So
yeah. So I mean, it's just great to have to have them actually in the game and not have to have number 6 Joe Sox, knowing that is an actual player, you know what I'm saying? So I look forward to that, and I'm glad the players can benefit from it as well.
To be fair, and again, you're talking to someone who I don't know how many years ago it's been, because I used to get Madden I would try to get it every year once I, especially like the high school, college years. But then once I got into like my late 20s, early 30s, and I was like, it's just a football game. They pretty much do the same thing every season. I don't know if I need the updated roster. That's why I watch the game on live TV. So, I mean, with college football, there's so much, turnover and transfers and stuff like that. I mean, is it the worst thing in the world just to have a generic player? That way you can assume that person to be whoever you want it to be.
The great thing about the game was if you had both games, you had NCAA football and you had Madden, you could play a season in college football and then draft them into your team in Madden. So I hope they keep that aspect in the game, because they've changed a lot of different things. I just hope they keep that in there.
I would guess not. And the reason I would guess not is because if you did that, what I would assume is now the players have to be paid for both games. And I don't think that the NFL is going to want to give up more money to pay the college players for the Madden game than they're already paying for the NFL players to be in there.
I don't know how that works.
They wouldn't have had to pay them before, right? You could just do whatever you wanted to do with those players' names before. You could have just done. If they're eligible to, if one of the features of that game is you can play in this game and your name and all your stats and everything about you can appear in this other game, those are two games. If they're working together, they're going to have to be paid in both.
But technically, they're not a part of the NFL Players Association.
Exactly.
Right.
So you don't really.
You would still just. I understand what you're saying, but that's my point. Is that the NFL Players Association has a deal with EA Sports for the Madden game. The NCAA does not have a deal with EA Sports for the Madden game. So if you're putting them in a game where they're eligible to be used in game A, and someone can reasonably look at this and say, you're using player XYZ, it's the same player that's over here, that'd be like putting you in a movie and then not paying you for the sequel just because you used the flashback. Those people still get paid too.
So I have an idea. Here's what they can do to avoid that issue. The same way how you brought up how college football shouldn't have the real players. If you get drafted from NCAA football 23 and you on Madden 24 the next year, don't have your actual name, image, likeness. You just have that, creative, whatever a player name. Joe. Not really, because at the same time, everything started up from the college football game. That's where the money is in regards to the actual college football player. If you get drafted and you get chosen to the Madden game, that's just then the person who actually is playing. Let's say I'm playing it, I know who the guy is. Then I'm going to go ahead and make my edits, make my changes, because that's what Madden will allow you to do. So that will kind of cut in that issue in regards to having to pay that player for being on Madden. Because it's taking your idea of not having the name, image, and likeness on Madden, but just on college football itself.
You would have to. What I'm saying is you can't have the compatibility where the two games work in conjunction with each other and only pay the college player for one and not the other. That it just wouldn't work that way. I mean,
I think we're just being too technical, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think people are working.
I just want to point out. Just remember, I worked in licensing, and I've seen a lot of licensing contracts, and I know that would not fly, because there would be a huge lawsuit. Because if I'm a player and I know that Madden is one of the best-selling games out there, even if my NCAA game is doing well, if a selling point is I can get this person over to that game
potentially.
But again,
I don't have to use it. I don't have to draft you.
You don't have to use it, but if that's a feature that they put on there, you can draft players from NCAA 2023 to Madden. Like it wouldn't fly. I'm telling you, that wouldn't fly.
And that's why I said before that could be put on a contract that you're only going to be paid for your services for being on a college football game.
You can't use my player, my name, image, and likeness in the other one. That's all that. That's what
Right.
would happen.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was just saying. That they don't have to
That's
use
what I'm
the
saying.
actual
That feature. You just can't have that feature at that point. That's all I'm saying. Because I can tell you from looking at many licensing contracts, they are very specific. So, like,
I tell you what, we'll see what happens when the games come out. We'll see what happens.
yeah, we'll see.
And also, St. Louis City SC hasn't been looking too good right now. They have lost their last 3 games. They have not won in about a month, ever since the New Edition concert that was in town last month. So they've been struggling, and one of the reasons why is the man on your screen, their star player, Jao Klaus. He's been out for almost about 2 or 3 weeks now, and he's pretty much been like their main scorer, their go-to guy. And the team has pretty much lost their offensive identity since he's been out, and they're hoping for him to return back very soon. In the meantime, they have not won in almost a month, and they play Sporting KC this weekend downtown in St. Louis. So hopefully they could find a way to get back into the swing of things. Bunny, I know that very soon that you have to go ahead and leave. So let's talk about your boy, John Morant. And, you know, I was at church and I got a notification that he was found on IG, as you see on your screen on your right, holding a gun in the car with his boy. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, this has to be a typo. Like, this happened like 2 months ago. And he said that he's going to learn from his actions and be a better person. And then Sunday, this pops up on Instagram. And it's like, oh my goodness, what is going on? So, Bunny, just give us your thoughts.
Oh man, sorry y'all.
That was your thoughts.
Exactly.
Oh man.
Yeah, silly. My bad, my camera went backwards. So my 2 cents real quickly, gentlemen. Besides being young and dumb, another black man, young, dumb, with money. I mean, besides your friends ain't friends, they using you, you're gonna be stupid enough to keep them around for what? I mean, we all been in our 20s. We all dealt with, you know, getting to know friends, having friends around for a while, and some people from our 20s we're not friends with anymore. Everything happens for a reason, but when I say young, dumb, you can't be no dumber. Dude, I mean, it's no excuse. The fact that, and I'm still trying to wrap around my head that you're not even from the streets. You're not even hood-like. And then you want to have this image for who and for what? You should have the image of, I got money, I can ball out, which we know he can, and I don't have to sit there and be dealing with these little low-level crime stuff. I don't have to sit there and spend money on lawyers for stupid stuff. Like, that's what you need to be bragging on. And then you got nowhere out on the street, he's supposed to be trying to do an album, or at least a record with NBA young boy. Go figure. So you got Dumb and Dumber right now next to each other, trying to work on the album. For what? It's just so stupid, y'all. And I've been thinking, like, everybody want to say again, not everybody, but you hear something, his friends, parents, good old accountability. Just put it on him. Dumb. Accountability. And you just did this like you said for it 2 months ago. Oh, you know that was a PR stunt. That was all talk, which we know a lot of athletes are told to do that with their PR, lawyer, agent, whomever. Same thing. Because what kind of counsel, when you got the suspension, sit back and look and reflect, okay, but you want to counsel for what? For making bad decisions? A counselor can't fix that. You know what you're doing. You're too old. I don't care, you know, young and dumb, but at the same time, you know right and wrong. You're supposed to be saying, I need somebody to help me to figure out how to make right decisions. Really? You don't deserve to be in the league room because you're supposed to be the brand and you're not the brand now. Maybe he's going to have to lose it all to realize how much he been stupid. You're crying that you're not going to see him on TV for a while? I know. She's crying because she's not going to see John Morant dunk on people in their face. But he doesn't earn it, baby. He doesn't earn it. He isn't acting right. I'm sorry. But in the meantime, say my daddy loves the Lakers. They're not going to win it all. That makes me happy. Anyway, that's it, y'all.
Yeah, it's
doing
definitely
that little jab in there for, you know,
right,
for the road.
And my husband is a big Lakers fan. He got everybody on board. Y'all heard Sasha last week when we leave out the show. Let's go Lakers. So just saying, that's still the talk around here. Yes, baby. Yes. Tell everybody hi.
Yay.
Hey, there she going. She good now. Say go LA. Say go LA.
Laughing at you.
Let me hear y'all thoughts about it before I have to leave. Ja.
But yeah, real quick for me, man. As soon, like I said before, when I was at church, then of course after church, I'm reading up more on it. And I was just like this. Like once again, why are you doing all this stuff, man? Just chill out, man, and just focus on the reason why you're famous now, and that's basketball. And my mom brought this up a while back to me. I think we had this discussion a while back, fellas. But I'm going to put the blame on the person who should be a father figure and has not been a father figure, and that's T. Morant. You see him at basketball games. He's basically living off his son's fame. You are not seeing him as a parental figure. You're seeing him as a homeboy. As we going to the game. I'm about to cut up with Shannon Sharp. I'm about to do this. I'm about to do that. I'm about to get on TV. Whatever. I'm about to see Usher. I'm Usher's twin. But not one time have you seen Ja Morant say, you know what? It's time to start being your best friend and start being a father figure to you. And also to prevent Ja from being around people that's going to make him look worse than what he already is, because we all know that he's a superstar, but right now he's acting like a star that's being very stupid. And if it doesn't change that, it's very possible that the league could suspend him for the whole season to set a precedent in regards to what they would not tolerate anymore. And think about this, because of the issue that he had this season and how he missed games, that cost him from being eligible to receive votes in regards to all NBA team. And because of that, he's not in a running as of right now to be eligible for a max deal. All because of his actions off the court. Strip club this or posting on Instagram your gun. He had an apology, but then 4 days ago, once again, the same thing happened. So you need to first work on yourself, but your surroundings need to be better. And also T. Morant needs to be a father figure, not a homeboy.
Yeah, listen. You caught with a gun on Instagram. First of all, if you're in that position, they would have to have a gun on you. You should be worried about if you have to use that thing, because that's nothing can come out good from that. To even have a weapon on you, like you're not even in a situation where you would need a gun on you. You're not a gangster. You play basketball.
You a wankster.
I was going there.
You play, yeah. In his position, he can hire security if that is really needed. Ask Plexico Burris about having a gun on him and what happened. He ain't even brandished the gun. He just had it on.
Was that Gilbert Arenas?
Right in his lap. He shot himself.
Oh, my leg.
He shot himself and then went to prison for it. And so it's nothing that good could come out of you having this pistol on you, man. I mean, he needs to change who he hangs around, and that's including family. Sometimes your family ain't what's best for you. He's got to change his surroundings, and I think he needs to sit down for a while. I don't think he needs to play basketball right now. I think that's the least of his worries. I think he needs to think about his life and his future, man. Because
thank you, Mr.
One of the requirements of playing in the NBA, like it or not, is to be a role model. And you have that responsibility every time you go out on the court and off the court. Every time you're seen in public, that's what comes with it. You got to be a role model, and that's not being a good role model and not a good image for himself, or the league. And Adam Silver, I believe, is going to come down hard on him. I don't know if it's going to be a whole season, but I think he needs to sit down for at least until Christmas.
And if there's anyone who is trying to defend John Morant's actions, then you are also the problem. T-Bone, your thoughts?
Well, let's ask a few questions here. Let's ask a few questions overall. Why is it that the NBA, I almost said NWA, why does the NBA
You can ask them too.
Why does the NBA not want to be NWA? All right, anyway, why does the NBA not want any of their players seen with guns? Let's answer that question first. Anybody? Anybody?
Definitely an image thing.
Mm-hmm. And why is it that what part of their image is it that they don't what do they think would happen if they see if again we're talking about one player, but let's say a quarter of the league was just on their IGs and stuff like that with guns and stuff. What do we think would be the result of that?
Well, why should I pay my hard-earned money to go out and see a bunch of hoodlums with some guns every 42 games a season? I don't want to see that mess.
No, because those people aren't the people who would be likely to come to the games anyway. There's another thing that we're kind of overlooking. There's a reason why they don't want their players seen with guns. Who is the target demographic for the NBA?
Yep.
Mostly African Americans.
Yeah.
But all sports will have the same thing. You think that Machado could sit there and be brandishing the gun on IG and MLB wouldn't come involved?
I don't disagree. All sports leagues want that same younger demographic, but we know for a fact that the NBA skews younger than other sports. So we've established that we don't want our players seen with guns because we influence a lot of people, and we don't want people saying that their kids are out there with guns because our players are showing them guns, right?
Absolutely.
That's true. That is correct.
Okay. Because I know what the defense is that you were about to say, so I had to go ahead and put that there first. So who is it that he wants to be?
He wants to be a rapper.
He wants to be a rapper because we know that historically athletes want to be like musicians or actors and musicians want to be athletes. Like look at the late 90s and 2000s. Everything you saw in hip hop was a circular motion of them reflecting NBA stuff. Everybody was in jerseys. Everybody was in all types of stuff like that, right?
Shaq.
So
rap albums.
There you go. So my point is that the NBA doesn't want their players to be seen in a way that reflects negatively on the NBA because we don't want people saying their kids are carrying guns like those NBA players. Now, people do say that they carry it around like those rappers, right? So, again, this goes back to who are your influences? And I kind of disagree with the family part. I don't know his dad, but I kind of disagree with the family part because there comes a point where you can't tell somebody else what to do at a certain point because they're going to do what they want to do. And the reason they want to do things is because they've been influenced to do certain things from other things. In this case, I believe that, look, he wants to be a rapper. And if you want to be a rapper these days, there's certain things that are like the prerequisite. Tattoo on your face, huh? Probably, maybe. Lots of tattoos. Again, not saying anything against people with tattoos, but we know that a lot of people get tattoos because they see their favorite rappers do it. People that get tattoos on their faces are more likely to probably do it because they've seen it in somewhere in pop culture. Not even going to say specifically rap. The gun thing or the drug thing, and again, this isn't specific to rap, so I don't want to make that a thing. This is just music in general. A lot of the music that people think are cool, whether it's hip hop or rock or whatever, people live what we perceive as certain lifestyles and portray certain images. So in this case, I think he's influenced by a certain culture that he thinks is cool and would like to be a part of. and isn't just living vicariously through the music. He wants to actually live it in real life, and he's trying to go out here and portray that because maybe he thinks that's his exit strategy. Maybe he's good at being a basketball player, and maybe that's not what he actually wants to do. Maybe he thinks that, hey, I can use my platform as an NBA player to get into rap. As the doll you just pointed out, Shaq, 25 years ago, releasing albums. And other people have too. But I just think that this is just more of a, who's he influenced by? What does he want? And what is that culture? That culture shows people certain things. And in his case, he wants to live it. It's in his mind that that's the life. That's his ideal life. And that's where we're at right now.
Well, perhaps he needs to put down the basketball then and go be a rapper then, and quit wasting everybody's time and money in the NBA.
Yeah. Bunny,
Bunny, we can't hear you. Oh, Bunny, we can't hear you. Like she gone too. Oh, she was did something to her phone.
You muted now. Check your device. Check your device that's in there.
Nope, still can't hear you. You might have to go out and then come back in.
I want to hear the rebuttal.
Yeah, I want to hear what she's got to say.
Let me get scolded.
But no, and so while she was working on her phone, the only part I disagree on is going back to the parenting. Now, I'm not gonna say it's 100% parenting, but you can't be acting just pretty much just like your child is, like y'all two are brothers. There has to be some type of parental something going on. Not just saying I'm his dad, but I'm gonna act like my son. There has to be some type of level of parent, and like parent here and your child here, not y'all meeting.
But what's the parent's background? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know anything about his parent. What's his dad's background?
I can't answer that because
I've heard stories about not just his dad, his mother getting in situations where she's getting into it with people in the public, and she's calling him over like her partner, and getting into it with people out in the like volleyball games at the mall and stuff. So I've heard about, so the relationship is out of whack, with both parents.
And Bunny is back on. Now try to unmute yourself, Bunny.
Can I be heard now?
There we go. Yeah.
My rebuttal, I forgot where I was going with it. All I know, I mentioned about his daughter. He has a little daughter. Why would you sit there and be doing stuff like this? People who own guns, I know they want to protect families, whatever, but we know that wasn't his reason. But it's like, how is a parent? He's 23. I don't care if he was 15 or 45. As a parent, why would you want to still have these images out there for your kids to see? Because then I'm thinking, when I see that video, how reckless are you when it's something's not recorded and you and your home doing stuff, brandishing a gun, and your kid around? Would you do that too? Y'all know in the St. Louis area, we've had a lot of kids in 2 years die innocently from people being careless with guns. So I'm just thinking from a parent's perspective, why the hell would you do that, and what clout for what record deal? I mean, last time I checked, Drake is a very big rapper. I don't think he was trying to get all street cred before he got big. I'm just saying. That's just one example, but let me know if I'm wrong. But I still think if you're trying to do rapping, like I mentioned earlier, him and NBA Youngboy, like I said, Dumb and Dumber together, or doing something, that don't mean you have to still do this with a stupid gun. Get your million, secure that bag first. And then you can rap about something not being from the streets, though, and still make millions off of that too. Just accountability. That's all I'm saying is accountability. Just he need a year off. Maybe that'll help him. And see that ignorance and arrogance, because I also say arrogance. If you think you're so cocky and big that you don't have to sit down, take suspension, because you're supposed to be the new face of the league, well, welcome to reality, sir. They sitting your ass sit down. And hopefully for a whole year he'll learn his lesson. So
He'll be in the studio.
But here's the deal, though. Let's use a real example here. Like, maybe not a real example, but more recent example. Damian Lillard. He's a rapper. You don't see him having to brandish weapons and be all on IG with a weapon. He's rapping. So that shouldn't be an excuse.
But we're not talking about have to, and we're talking about what's the type of stuff that they're particularly interested in. because the people that we're talking about here, there's a difference between different types of rappers, different types of genres of music overall, and there's culturally we can say that there's culturally islands that people are on, and we live in an era nowadays where people are trying to do more and more to get attention, more and more. Y'all seen the YouTube video where somebody stage crashing a plane? Like, people do stuff to get attention. Like, we live in a society now where people want to do, or not want, but people will do outlandish things. No matter how much attention they've already got, people will do more and more outlandish things just to because they think it's cool, because that's the stuff that they that's the stuff they find interesting, so they find it to be cool, so they try to do it, they try to mimic it.
Well, I do have breaking news, everyone. Just found out that Ja Morant and Dillon Brooks will be starting the next New Jack City that's going down in Memphis.
Petty. Oh my God. Freaking that petty
Am
dude.
I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am.
Coming soon to a theater near you. All right, so Bunny. Oh, sorry, Bunny. Give me your thoughts real quick about the NBA playoffs and how it's been going so far to you.
So far, so good. I expected the Lakers to lose yesterday against the Nuggets, but I still think they can beat them. It's going to go 7 games. As long as the defense shows up for the Lakers like they did in the previous series. So, talk about them and the Warriors real quickly. The word on the street that the Warriors have had their last run. They're not getting any more rings as a unit that they are now. I can see that, and I can't see that. I see that because definitely Clay and Steph wasn't hitting in Game 6 how they lost to the Lakers. But at the same time, we know they still got their shots. Now, granted, they weren't good on the road, but I don't know. I can see them not winning any more rings, but still being competitive to get to the playoffs. So we'll see if they keep Draymond and then Poole. He just signed that $1 million contract, but he didn't show up. So I don't know. The Warriors man got stiffed on that deal. What's on the East? We got the Heat and the Celtics are playing right now. So Celtics scared me. They scared me. They barely beat the 76ers, so I thought that should have been easily Game 6 and done. So this one I can see go either way. Jimmy Buckets, as long as he's healthy, he'll come through. But the supporting cast with the Heat got to help him out though. And again, they don't have Hero either. But I don't know. I flip a coin. I'm gonna go for the home team or homeboy St. Louis with Tatum and the Celtics. But I can see that he actually winning this as well. So flip the coin on that one. So what y'all think?
Yeah, definitely should be a great series in the East.
Yeah, I think the Heat are some giant killers, man. Look what they did to the Bucks, and then they went to the 76ers and wiped them. Was it the 76ers or was that no, they beat the Knicks. My bad.
Right.
But they yet and still, they're scary. I'm still rooting for the Celtics. You know, the hometown kid, Jason Tatum. Hope he does well. Hope he gets past Jimmy Buckets. It's gonna be tough. As far as the West, I don't know how the Lakers are doing it, but they are. Everybody wrote them off, I think, half the season. But then, they just resurrected themselves and they doing what they doing.
No, it's because the GM was doing some work, got some better players. They got a good bench. Right. That's why the trade deadline was say the Lakers season and LeBron go to the playoffs.
So did.
It's a tell of two teams, literally with the same logo called Lakers. I'm saying everybody that's not a starter was not there before the trade deadline, and it made a hell of a difference, especially with the defense. I can't pronounce that boy name. Hurchima, not Hurchima, but Lord, what's the boy name?
Who's the
boy name?
We going back to the 90s for real.
It's Hachimura.
Thank you.
Hoochie Mama.
I was close.
What's that boy name?
To the no.
What's that boy name? Who's your mama?
Because I can't get myself
Who's your mama? What's his name? I don't know.
He stepped up. He's helped. Reeves is a bad boy. I've seen him play all season, but I'm like, he's more than just a shooter. He's good defensively. He helps them out. And as long as you can get another score besides AD and LeBron, you're good. And D'Angelo Russell. Again, all these pieces weren't clicking, and now you got it. So tell the two teams.
I didn't know that part. I haven't been following the NBA at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
but
sounds
they're
all
looking
right.
good.
We were talking about at the start. But why everybody want to write the Warriors off every single time they lose? Everybody, I think that's the end for the Warriors. I think that's the end. It's the end. It was the end after they lost the second year. It was the end after 2018. It was the end in 2020.
Well, the reason why now is because the possibility of not having Draymond Green back. And even Steve Kerr said that if they don't get Draymond Green back next season because he has a player option, then they're not a championship caliber team. That's what Steve Kerr said yesterday.
I mean, look, Draymond is Draymond, but let's be honest. I mean, they could get somebody else that could make a difference, and then all of a sudden they could be even better. Like,
or worse.
That's true, but I mean, like when
they got Kevin Durant, I know Stanton don't like to hear that,
but they got Kevin Durant, and then Kevin Durant left, and then they've had a few years, but they won last. This is a team that just won last year, and it's interesting how you can have teams that are doing really well one year, and then the next year people write them off or fire coaches. Give you a little, in case you want to transition into that.
Damn.
Look at that.
Hey, Bulldogs, that wasn't his fault. Monty, not his fault, but I can see what I did. Doc, I've been said that back when he was with the Clippers, but here nor there. So one out of those three definitely deserved it.
But it's just crazy how over the last 3-4 seasons, these guys have had either the best record in all of basketball or won a championship or was coach of the year over the last 3 years, and they all are fired. But this
is just the beginning. They're gonna have some more after the draft comes, or before the draft. You're gonna have some more of this going on. This is just the beginning.
Smooth. This is unrelated, Smooth, but you found the damnedest photos of those three coaches, man. Oh my goodness.
That's what I do. But Bunny, Sadal, I already know y'all got to go ahead and bounce. So thanks for y'all time. Y'all have a great rest of y'all Wednesday and rest
Cardinals. I hope they're coming back real quick. I hope they turn the corner. I can only hope. Though.
Hey, I might go to the game tomorrow.
Well, they better win if you go, T-Bone. Otherwise, keep your butt out of the stadium.
Right,
because have a good night.
Joe was like 0 for 3 right now and going to the games. All right, Bunny, Sadal, y'all have a good one. Peace out. Once again, this is your Wednesday night Sports Delight. You're listening. If you're on Hot 365 Radio, you're hearing the voice of Smooth. And for those watching, of course, on your screen to your right, you have
T-Bone.
There we go. We back at it. And once again, this is your Wednesday night Sports Delight. I'll go ahead and do it real quick. For those who tune in right now, give us a follow on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. Subscribe, click on that bell because anytime we go live, you will be notified. We also got that Insta at Platform Sports Talk. And we got that Gmail Platform Sports Talk Show at gmail.com. As soon as the show is over, it will be uploaded on Roku. Just add the channel, put in the Platform Sports Talk Show. You see our logo. Give us that follow. Also, you can hear us crystal clear, high def on Hot 365 Radio, where it's always hot. You can go to the website, hot365radio.com, or go to the app, no matter if it's Android or iOS. Just put in Hot 365 Radio on the app. You'll see their logo. And just give them a follow and hear us every Wednesday from 7 p.m. till about 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, based off the great conversation that we may have, because we know we're going to have them. We also on at twitch.tv/Hot365 Radio, and now twitch.tv/Smoooth Productions, Smooth with 3 O's. And of course, every last Wednesday, so in 2 weeks, you have the Man Cave panel And then every first Wednesday of the month, you have the ladies' night crew. Now, for June, the ladies will not be on because yours truly will be taking a family vacation. So there will be a week off or a month off, shall I say, for the ladies' night crew. So you'll see Joe, you'll see Bunny, you'll see Coach Stringer and Willis back in July. So no ladies' night show for June because I'll be taking a nice little vacay with the family. Looking forward to it. And I'm also, T-Bone, looking forward to our special guests who now, once again, you can relate to this, man, because y'all Billikens now.
Made it.
Y'all Billikens.
Oh,
there you go.
Oh, there it is.
You got the proof right there. But this young man here, I'm definitely excited for this opportunity to talk to this young man. He is a high flyer from East St. Louis. Get it? Get it. He's a high flyer, brings a lot of energy representing East St. Louis. As you see, he's once again a very energetic young man. He caught my attention since high school, and he hasn't changed. Actually, doing the same thing right now for St. Louis University Billikens, and he just won recently an amazing award for sharing an incredible story that we look forward to having him share on the platform Sports Talk Show. This young man here, I went to a few games over the last couple of seasons at SLU and was able to see him up close and personal. And he kind of reminds me a little bit of Draymond Green in regards to that energy that he brings to a team. And we look forward to hearing the reasons why. And we know here on the platform Sports Talk Show, we love to have guests who not just talk about anything, but just talk about the life, the upbringing, where they came from, and how they're doing now. And, you know, that story between that may not be shared as much. So we look forward to having this young man on, and we're not going to hold him any further. From SLU, I see you got on the blue and orange, rocking East St. Louis. Everyone, bring the comments in for our special guest, the Rockstar, Mr. Terrance Hargrove Jr. What's going on with you, brother?
What's happening, man? How you doing?
We doing well, and we're trying to wait till your screen pop up so we can get you on here. Make sure that you're looking good. Let's see what's going on with your screen here.
Can you see me?
Yes, it's still black. Is it black on your end, T-Bone?
Yeah, it's black.
Yeah,
it's on mine.
He might have that Wi-Fi that Nelly had for the verses. We'll wait for a few seconds to make sure that he's good to go. I saw him on the preview, but then when I pulled him up, the screen went black. So we'll work on getting him on right now.
That's gonna be Craig when he come on next on Man Cave.
Right. There he is. Hey. All right. Now we welcome to the show, man. Terrance Hargrove Jr., the Rockstar. How are you doing this evening?
I'm blessed, man. I can't complain, man. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Can't complain
man,
at
that's
all.
Awesome. That's awesome, man. And do me a favor, if you don't mind, turn your device sideways. We get that full screen of you on our screen. There it is. Perfect. So they call you the Rockstar, man. You got to tell everyone real quick, where did the Rockstar name come from? Because you definitely have embraced it.
That's something I made up on my own, you know. Just came from me just improvising, and you just like me feeling like that's the best thing to describe me, you know, as in being a rock star and like living free, doing what I want, you know, having fun with life and just, you know, being who I really am and being that energy person who can just be free on the court with all smiles. So I really just came up with like the rock star thing, and it stuck with me, and people started announcing me and addressing me as that. So hey, I let it ride.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Like I was saying during your intro, man, just seeing you on TV or seeing you in person and just that energy that you bring is so critical, you know, to a team that wants to establish that winning culture. What would you say has that always been something about your game in regards to bringing that energy to help the team? Maybe they may feel low, and you like, you know what? Let me find some kind of way to bring this team together so we can bring more energy to our games.
No doubt. I mean, that's my role on a team is just like bringing energy. You know, always keeping our team motivated, even when things aren't going our way or the game may be like going bad. You know, I have to keep that energy and keep everybody positive because, you know, sometimes the game does waver, and, you know, basketball is about a game of run. So me just being that voice and just keeping people uplifted, keep people happy, keep people in good thoughts, you know, that's my job. And also me being a leader as well.
Man, that's awesome, man. And I know over the last few weeks, maybe months now, ever since you came out with your story, your life has been like that St. Louis song from back in the day. Your life is like a whirlwind. So just tell us about how things have been for you, man, since you opened up and shared your story, and how I seen you've been on Channel 5. I seen you've been going to schools and just talking about mental health and everything. So just tell everyone about how your life has changed over these last few months.
It's been crazy. I mean, a lot of schools have invited me out to come talk to their kids. You know, a lot of people have reached out to me just looking to seek or advice, you know. And, you know, I try to reach out to every kid or every person that reach out to me because, you know, I feel like everybody deserves an answer. And I do try to answer back to all my fans and people who may be looking for advice. So I just feel like me helping other people can make another person's day better. And I don't mind. And I just try to give people the best advice, you know, that I can give. You know, I know how it is when you feel like you're alone, you feel like you have nobody to talk to, it's pretty hard. So me just being able to be that voice and just help people be the voice for mental health is really like a big thing. Because a lot of people don't talk about mental health, but it's very big. It plays big parts in just being, you know, mentally stable. And when you know your mental health is pretty bad, it's like it's hard to really do a lot of the things that you like to do. But I feel like me being able to speak up for that and actually be the voice of it is very helpful.
And no doubt, man. And also just want to thank you, you know, in regards to being vulnerable, because I think that's definitely what society needs to see. As we talked about with John Morant, his situation, you know, players who sign in the NBA or, you know, or in college now who are on the big screen a lot. Right. People look up to, you know, whether it's directly or indirectly. So it's very important that people are seeing people like yourself to be great role models and sharing their stories. So definitely we commend you for doing that.
No, thank you.
Yeah, definitely. That's what's up.
I was just listening to a webinar that SLU was having about mental health. So it's interesting that you're the special guest this week, because that was one of the things they were talking about and how supportive they are with the students. So
yeah, no doubt. Yeah. They are very supportive here, though. They do take heed, and then we do have a day where it's just like a mental health day where we don't like do any go to class or do any schoolwork. It's just a mental health day for you just to relax and, you know, just kick back and get yourself together. Because I mean, we all need that. We all do get overwhelmed. We all get tired, you know, and I feel like that is a good thing to have at colleges, because, you know, a lot of kids try to cram a lot of work and try to get a lot done in one time instead of just, you know, try to break it down into parts. And I just feel you can't do that. And like, nothing will ever work if you're just trying to cram it all together. You know, sometimes you got to break everything down into parts, so that way it's easier for you to finish what you have to do. So I really feel like that's a big thing here.
It's good advice for people to hear.
Yeah.
Definitely is. And our favorite fan of the show, Miss Dub, says it's important for kids to see that even people who have success can still struggle. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, you can have success and still trouble. Like I say, like I told Channel 5, you know, you could be LeBron James, you could be one of the richest people on earth, and you can still have struggles. You can still have mental health issues. Like, mental health is so not talked about, and it's very like pushed under the rug a lot, because people just think because of who you are, you don't go through things. And everybody goes through things. Everybody has, you know, mental lapses. Everybody has struggles. Everybody has trials. Everybody has tribulations. You get the picture. And it's just hard for certain people to speak up because they got to live this whole perfect life, and nobody's perfect but God. So it's like you go through things, and sometimes it's hard to speak up on, because that was one of my problems, you know, early, speaking up on things and just trying to seek the help that I needed. And, you know, after I just didn't just say it, you know, I want to come out, I want to talk to my parents, I want to talk to my friends, and I let everybody know what was going on. And everybody was just in shock, because I've been going through this by myself and I didn't tell anyone. And I kind of scared my parents, which, you know, scared me and made me kind of upset, because I should have spoke up sooner. But, you know, it's better than never. So everybody goes through things, and it's just sometimes it's hard for certain people to speak up about it, even though, you may be this person everybody thinks is supposed to be happy all the time or supposed to be this. We all go through things, and you being able just to speak up and just seek the help that you need, like, speaks volume and maturity, because the help that you might seek can really help you, like, long term. And I'm glad I got the help that I needed, because now I'm back to myself. I'm back eating. I'm back doing the things that I love. I'm back smiling. I'm back being who I am and being the person that everybody know and love.
That's what's up, and that's definitely all that matters, man. So people can be able to see that joy, in you and doing what you love to do as well. So with that being said, one of our biggest questions we love to ask our guests is, when would you say you first fell in love with sports?
Probably as a kid in 3rd grade. I never took it serious with basketball growing up. I just was, playing it for fun, just, enjoying myself as a kid. But, as the years got better, as years got longer and I got better, I just started taking it more serious. I started realizing maybe I can do something with this. And, I'm not blessed with this talent for no reason. And as I got to middle school and high school, I started taking it serious and started getting looks and started getting offers and just started getting noticed. And I'm like, man, like, a ball could really take me far in life. And it's just amazing how many doors it can open for you. Just a little round ball, how many doors it can open for you. And I'm just like, man, maybe this could be my ticket away from East St. Louis, because where I'm from, I grew up in the hood. I grew up right around the corner from the Roosevelt homes, not a great area that anybody wants to stay in, and I love my city. I love where I'm from. It's just not somewhere I want to stay for the rest of my life. I want to see bigger and better things. I've traveled all over this world. I've been overseas. I've seen a lot of different cultures, and it wakes me up like, man, there's so much more to this world that you can see. Why trap yourself in one city when you can see the whole world? And it's amazing what a round ball would do for you. So I just feel like I fell in love with just being able to see how many doors that's open for me. And ever since I've been a kid, basketball has been my joy, my happiness.
If you talk to some young people, one thing that you can tell them to illustrate the point of what you just said about this one ball can take you many places, what you can do is show them a ball, and you know how on the ball there's all those little grooves that makes it to where you can grip it.
Mm-hmm.
I would show them the ball and say, you see all these little grooves on here? That's how many doors this can open for you if you take this seriously.
Yep, that's true. I never thought of it like that. And that's true. And it's a great point, because it's amazing how many doors you can open. I've opened so many doors already, and I'm just, this will be my 5th year in college. I haven't reached my full potential with basketball, all the doors I've opened. I'm still young. I'm still learning. And I've opened so many doors, and I've helped so many people out, and just made me realize, like, man, it's amazing what a ball will do for you. Like, a lot of people don't look at it like that. They just look at it, I'm playing basketball, this, that, and the other. But you have to think deeper. Like, it's amazing how that little ball that you're holding got you to where you are today. And I still wake up every day like, man, sometimes, like, how did I get here? Like, how am I in these shoes? How am I this voice to people? How am I so known when it comes to basketball or just being me? And I just don't regret the things I've been through before and the people I've crossed, because it's just like, man, everything happens for a reason. And I'm here in this position for a reason. I may not know what that reason is for, but God knows why I'm here. And all I got to do is trust him and just keep going.
Definitely well said. So going back in regards to the round ball, so you had different shape, balls like a football. You had a little, baseball, whatever. So was basketball your first love? Was there a different sport that caught your attention?
It's always been basketball. It's never been nothing else. I never played anything but basketball. They tried to get me to play football in high school, but I never did it. So I just played basketball. I never played any sport. I did track in high school, but that doesn't count as a ball, because
right.
But basketball has been my priority sport.
Yeah, and we've had a lot of special guests on who talk about how track has really benefited them for basketball or for football or other sports as well. So just tell us about running track. What were you in a certain match, in a race or whatever? Just tell us about that.
Track, that was just something. It was off season. We had just one state in my high school. And, at this time, I'm just going to school and going home. So it was just more so the coaches kept inviting me out to come try out, just come try out. And I was like, the hell with it. Why not? Tried it out, and they put me in high jump. I didn't really do any races. I just, did high jump because I could jump. And I tried it out. It was pretty fun. And it was kind of hard to learn at first, the different techniques and stuff. But once I caught on to it, it was pretty fun. I learned a lot of new things. I met a lot of new people. I learned a lot more about my body. And I just see me develop into this more athletic person. And track, can really help you out on the court, because different stretches and different runs and exercises you may do in track that you may not do in basketball, but it all comes together as one because it all helps you regardless. And I never took track serious. It was just something fun to do. And I'm so happy won state in it and got a second ring in high school. And I'm just being blunt honest with you guys. It was just something fun to do. And won state. I was like the top high jumper in the state of Illinois. Like, this was like out the blue. Like, I didn't really think that was really going to happen to me. Like, I didn't really think I was going to get this name in track as well, because a lot of people do know me for track as well. They say, oh, yeah, you did high jump. And they try to get me to do high jump in here at college and here at SLU, but my coach wasn't going for that. He said, nah, I need him for basketball. He don't want no injuries and no accidents.
So Ms. Dub asked, so did track help you stay in shape between basketball seasons?
No doubt. It helped me stay in shape from after season until I got here my freshman season. It kept me in shape. It kept my body right. And it also made me, kept me eating healthy, because I had to eat healthy to be able to jump. So that really played a big part. When I got here my freshman year, I was pretty much in shape, from all the other freshmen, because I just got done doing track. Because coach really made me run in practice with the other, event people. So I really did a lot of running practice, but in meets, I just did high jump for real.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So who would you say helped you along the way in regards to you playing basketball and getting better?
Oh, my dad. No doubt, hands down, my dad. That's an unbelievable man. He the one that got me up to take me to 3 practices a day. I work like a dog. So I work till I'm like just exhausted and I can't move anymore. He was the one getting me up at 5 a.m., taking me to workouts, lift sessions, runs, like all that. He was the one that was really sacrificing a lot of time to get me to where I needed to be. Like I say, I commend that man, because that man is an unbelievable person. Like, he made a lot of things possible that was impossible. And my mom played a big part as well, but my dad does all like the errand running and the driving and taking me and my little brother wherever we need to go. So it's pretty much, I commend him. Like, that man's unbelievable, for real.
That's awesome. So shouts out to your pops for holding things down, being there for you, being a father figure, T-Bone.
Hey, look, this is what we like to hear, right?
John Morant, you need to listen to the show right now. T. Morant, come on.
With John Morant, man, it's just with him, that dude is, my main thing with him is just he has no guidance. Like, his father is being much more of a friend to him than a father. And he feels just like why would you want to throw away like $200 million that you have earned and worked your ass off to get to where you are, just to be a street dude, and you're not even in the streets? Like, dude, like, you would be an NBA player. You are an NBA player. You don't have to false flag of being a hood dude or somebody that wants to be in the streets. Like, dude, be you. You don't have to be flashing guns. And his friends on top of it don't make it no better, because it's just kind of funny. Every time y'all with John Morant, you guys always want to record. You guys always want to post. You guys always want to do this. Like, my main thing was, like, if you going, like, he's a grown man, he gonna do what he want to do. But if you gonna, like, hold a gun or post it, at least post it somewhere like in a close friends or like a friends only. Don't be just posting this on live and your main page where everybody else can see it, because you have little kids that look up to you, and what kind of example are you setting for the youth? Like, he knows that he has a lot of little kids looking up to him. He knows he influences a lot of people. And it's just crazy. I was watching his highlights last night, and I was getting pissed off, because I'm like, dude, you really finna throw all this away? This God-given talent and this athleticism that you have received from the Lord, you're gonna throw it away because you want to post guns and you want to be all in like strip clubs and just doing reckless stuff? Like, I feel like he should just take a break from basketball and just focus on himself, because in a minute, Adam Silver's gonna be taking his out his paycheck, and he's gonna be taking lump sums, and then he's not gonna be getting paid as he was before, like he will later on in the future. Like, he brings a lot of people to the Memphis Grizzlies games, but dude, if you're gonna be reckless and be young and dumb, I mean, the league ain't no place for you, bro, because they really strict on that. They're really strict. That's my whole thing with him, man. Because this ain't the first time. This the second time, dude. They let you go with a little slip, a little hit on the wrist. Now you gonna do it again, and then
In 2 months.
Too much. Like, it's too much. Like, dude, they only gonna give you so many chances in a minute. They gonna kick you out the NBA, and then what you gonna do? Like, you gonna be sitting there dumbfounded and not know what to do. Like, that's my whole thing with him. That man is he just needs to learn how to just be mature. Like, yes, he's 23 years old. He's young. He's still learning. But you know right from wrong. You know what to post and what not to post. And you being on live with a gun in your hand twice is not good. That's just setting a bad example. That's how you lose deals, offers, endorsements, fans. You lose a lot. You lose a lot doing that.
And I'm sure, like, even for yourself, when you first got into SLU, I'm sure there was someone that maybe was giving you classes on how to, act a certain way now that you are big time. You know what I'm saying? You're at a D1 university, you have an image to uphold, you represent the school, and I'm sure they're like, hey, you want to stay away from this on social media, stay away from that, watch out for where you're going at night, because you could be fouled. It's just so much that you have to learn. So, the NBA had a whole thing going on with incoming rookies and whatever else, having that same kind of class too. So like you said before, he knows what he's doing. He knows the risk, and you're still being naive to the fact that you can get caught up. Exactly.
I feel since he feel like it's not him posting it or him going live, it's much more. A lot of people may not follow his friends, so a lot of people may not see this live, or a lot of people may not watch this live because it's my friend's IG and it's not mine. Like, dude, he's forgetting you're Ja Morant. Like, you influence a lot of people, and what comes with you comes with your friends. Like, so if you're a celebrity, your friends are damn near a celebrity now, because now they're in your circle, so everybody feels like, oh, he knows Ja Morant. This is his best friend. This is his closest friend. Boom. It all comes together. Now people are watching your friends, because if those are your everyday homies that you always with, people are going to watch them too, because, you're Ja Morant. And everybody wants to hang with Ja Morant, kick it with Ja Morant, get some signed by Ja Morant. Like, dude, he has to just be more smart up here and know the risk that he is taking by just keep posting guns and keep posting reckless things. Like, there's nothing wrong with having fun and going out, but you have to watch what you post and how you post it, or what you say and how you say it, because I do the same thing. When I'm out at clubs or I'm out hanging out with friends, I watch who I'm around, I watch what I'm posting, I watch what I'm doing. I don't just be posting anything reckless. Like I said, if you're going to post something like that, at least put it on the close friends where only certain people can see it. That way, and people you can trust that that won't sabotage your future.
Why post? I don't understand the posting part. This is where the difference in the age gap comes in here, but there's no need to post things, period, right? Especially if you got in trouble and you got millions of dollars on the line.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm just saying, if that's a fact, and if you want to post it, because he is his own person. He's a grown man. Who he is. But if you want to post it, at least put it somewhere where, in a profile where people can trust, where you can trust people that, look, if I do post this, it won't go nowhere. But in my opinion, you shouldn't post it, period.
Right.
You shouldn't be posting no gun in your hand, period. Unless you at a gun range or something like that. But otherwise, you shouldn't be posting no gun in your hands on the streets, period, in a car outside your resident home. Like, you shouldn't do that. That's dumb.
And just for the record, if Travis Ford is watching right now, Rockstar, when he said clubs, he meant social clubs, and going to the golf range and using clubs. You know what I'm saying? He ain't talking about nothing else, coach.
You're talking about the St. Louis University on-campus clubs. Where's the record?
Right. That's all. You know what I'm saying? This is the safe space here on the platform of Sports Talk Show. So we got you, TJ. We got you. We got you. So going back to high school, man, you brought up earlier track and field and pretty much basketball. That was it in high school. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So you brought up about winning a state championship in track. Just tell us about you being an incoming freshman going to East St. Louis, and you're like, okay, this is a different level now. What was that big adjustment for you going to high school as a freshman and trying to win, a position for JV or varsity?
High school was just more so the simple fact of just finding where I can who I can like get better with, like surrounding myself by a good group of people, you know, just focus in, because your freshman year is always your most important year. And that was the year I really just locked down on my books and just more so focus on getting better at basketball, because I'm a freshman. I got a lot of older guys in front of me. I got a lot of people that's already playing in front of me. And I knew I'm just not going to leave the middle school and just coming in and starting as a freshman. And what's crazy, I did end up starting as a freshman because my high school coach at the time, seen some potential in me that I didn't even see in myself. And he seen that I was pretty good. And I was kind of shocked. It was our first tournament that we had, first tournament, first game, and he started me, and it was kind of crazy. I was like, okay, I'm a freshman, and I'm like, I'm just now getting into high school. I'm just now learning things. I'm just now getting here. And he put faith in me, and he just told me, go out there and be you and play your game. And it was just, that's really what helped my confidence through high school. Just all the coaches that we did have, me being at East Side, they always gave me confidence. They always told me, just go out there and be you. And I feel like that's what carried me into college as well. Go out there and be you. When you're given an opportunity, go take it. Full grasp, go out there and be you. No regrets, leave it all out there on the court. And I feel like that's really helped me through the years of college. It really got me to where I am today. Just when I go out there on the court, I'm me. I be me, because any person love when you are you. You don't have to fake it. You don't have to try so hard. You just be you easily. And I feel like that's what helped me more, just being me, going out there and learning, being coachable, soaking up all the knowledge that I was receiving from everybody, and being able to just listen. And when you listen, it gets you far.
That's awesome. So tell us about that moment when you was realizing you're about to win a state championship in basketball.
I would say I realized that moment, like the last few seconds of the buzzer, I just got on my knees and started crying, because it's like, what a dream come true. You know, this is what I've been wanting out of high school and what I've been wanting my whole high school career. And I was just sitting there like, man, that last buzzer, I started crying. My teammates ran to me because they know how hard I worked for this and how much I put into that team, how the countless days, the countless nights, the countless years I didn't put in. And finally, I got rewarded with a state championship my senior year, my last game of my high school career, with 32 points. And it was just, it shocked me, because I was like, man, like, this is not real. Like, this is nowhere near real. And all I could do was just cry. Like, all I could do was just sit there and be like, man, like, I had no words. Like, I was speechless. Like, it didn't seem real until I woke up that next day. Because after that final buzzer, everything after that was a blur. Like, I don't remember anything. But when I woke up that next day, I was just like, man, I'm a state champ. Like, this is crazy to me. Like, I never thought. And that was the first championship we ever brought in basketball to East St. Louis Senior High School. So that's what really put us over the top as well. And for us to be able to do that really was like, man, that's crazy. It's unreal.
That's amazing, man. It had to be an amazing feeling for you to hold things down as the first team to ever win a championship for East St. Louis. And you know, that football team is pretty amazing as well, man.
Oh, yeah. We're a football school.
They doing it.
Yeah, we're a football school. I mean, I can't knock that. We always been a football school. Even before I got there, we was a football school. So, but to put basketball on the map at that school is pretty good too, as well. To let people know we have a good basketball team as well. Not only football.
When I was in high school, basketball was what I knew him for, because that was when Darius Miles was there.
Yeah, that's what Darius Miles at the time, probably around your time. That's when he was in high school.
Yeah, that I got to tell you, that school out there, I got some memories of going out there for different things. I was on the wrestling team, and I can tell you, first of all, that was the first time I felt like a child when I went out there, because Darius Miles was there, and I was like, wait a minute, I thought I was kind of tall for being in high school, and I was nah.
Darius Miles is huge, man. That's a big dude.
I said, look at this. And then that was also the first time where I was at a school where I saw somebody with full facial hair and having to go and compete against that person. I said, they bringing in ringers. They bring ringers out here.
Someone paid them.
Who are these people? These are not these are actors.
Right. So, of course, you win your state championship. You know, you're feeling good. But just tell us about that process of you getting recruited. Did you have 10 million letters, on your bed that your mom and pops had to check out and approve, and just seeing the coaches that came in? Just tell us about that process that you had to go through before choosing your destination.
probably one of the hardest processes I ever been through. Like that's probably one of the hardest decisions I ever had to make in my life. Like choosing a school. And I had a lot of letters coming home. I had a lot of coaches trying to come to my house and see me or invite me out to the school. A lot of phone calls, a lot of text messages, a lot of FaceTimes, a lot of people calling my mom and my dad. It was hectic, and that kind of became overwhelming because it was just like, man, it's so many schools that want me to come to their school. It's like I don't know which one to pick, and I really wanted to take official visits to them, but I really never got a chance to. I only took an official visit to, which is here at SLU, and that was my only official visit I ever took. And when I took the official visit here, I loved it. I love the campus. I love the program. I love the people that was here at the time. It was pretty good for me. But in that process was pretty difficult because it was just so much and with so many. Like it was hard to really like pick. You got so many coaches calling you at one time. I could be on the phone with a coach, then another coach is calling at the same time, and I got to tell that coach to hold on, get back on the phone with that coach and tell that coach. Like it was so much. And it was just like, man, like I just need a break to just really think and like pick which school I really want. But once I finally got down to what I really wanted to pick, it made it so much easier because now I don't have to get any calls. Now I don't have to worry about I got to call this coach back. Now I don't have to go out and play my hardest in my AAU games in front of different schools because I already got my school. All I do is really just be me and just coast the rest of this AAU season now, finish my senior year out, and boom. Because I committed my junior year and my junior summer. So that was really easy. My senior year was a breeze.
How much of a factor was being on the Bradley Beal Elite squad helped you out in regards to your matriculation in basketball and also getting noticed?
It just helped me get more looks. You know, the EYBL is a place to be on when you're trying to play basketball. When you're trying to get looks, the EYBL, the Under Armour circuit, the Adidas circuit is like probably the best circuits to get looks, especially on the EYBL though, because you know it's more popular. A lot of more coaches go see the EYBL game. So me just being able to play on the EYBL was a great experience, and being on always on Ballers Life and Courtside Films and Slam, like it was unreal, and it's just something that really helped me out. It really got me out there even more because before then I was under the radar with my old AU team, but as soon as I got to EYBL, like stuff started coming in, a lot of offers, a lot of new people, new people that could help me through the ways, and more followers, more people, more fans, and it really helped me out. And I'm kind of glad I chose to go to EYBL because I want to meet the people I met at that time and still know them today. I still have great relations with them today.
So you brought up earlier in regards to you deciding your junior year about what school that you want to go to. So tell us about this moment right here on the screen.
Oh, that moment. I actually had a phone call with one of my uncles. His name, we call him Pee Wee. He called me and he said, look, you pick SLU and you pick a school now, I promise you the EYBL, because we was going to Peach Jam. He said, you pick the school, I promise you it's going to make it so much easier for you because now you don't have to go to this tournament and play your heart out and try to get an offer or win offers. By the time you get there, you'd have been committed, you'd have been in, all you got to do is go there and just play. And it kind of made sense at the time because on top of that, I did like the school because I did take a visit to the school. So it's kind of like, okay, this does make sense. And I was like, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. So I hung up the phone with him. I called Coach Ford. I said, yo, I want to commit. When I say that dude hollered on the phone, like he was like, it seemed like he ran around the office or something. Like he was hollering, screaming, and like with joy. And I was like, yeah, I'm ready to commit. I want to be a Billiken. And I made it official there. And when I got to EYBL, it was so much easier because I didn't have to win no offers. I didn't have to go there and figure out who can I get an offer from. All I had to do there, go there and play and have fun, enjoy the experience, enjoy the people that was there. I see a lot of NBA players walk in. Like I met a few, and just being up in the same room as NBA players really opened my eyes a lot. You just see how they carry themselves. You see how they are as a person. You see some of the things they go through, and all the people, all the heads they turn when they walk in the building. That kind of made me just like, okay, I want to get to that point in my life. So this really was going to make me work even harder. And that's why I work like a dog today. I work till I'm tired and can't move. I work so hard. So some days I come home and just, after I sit down in my room, I'm not coming out. That's how tired I like to be because I know I worked hard that day.
And as you brought up earlier, you bring us so much energy. I have a surprise for you because this person here I'm about to bring onto the show also is known for his energy. You actually been on his show a few weeks back. He had the Sunday morning show on the radio. He's an artist. He is the hype man. He's a person that get everyone going at SLU Billikens basketball games. This is my dude, and he wanted to show you some love. Draco,
I knew
what's
it was
going
Draco.
on?
I knew it was Draco. I knew it. I knew it. I said Draco. I bet you it is.
What's going on with you, man?
Hargrove Airlines, I'm tapped in.
Yes, sir. Best Airlines.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm blessed. I feel good, man. Can't complain.
You already know I know a lot about you, and then of course learning more about you, even with this interview, dog. So I just wanted to come in and show some love, because you are trailblazing. I don't know if you know that or not, but you are trailblazing, and stuff that you don't hear, I hear. So when you in the game, or even after the game, it's a lot of positive words and good energy coming your way, bro. So I just wanted to make sure that you know that you have your flowers, man. But I just wanted to show you some love because you being in that position, it's a lot of young people who look up to you, man. I know you know that, but I hear it even when y'all playing. I hear it after the game. So just giving you that perspective, bro. Just know that you're really making an impact, man. So just stay focused, bro. But I just want to jump in and show you some love, dog. And you already know I'm rocking with you. I'm rocking with you all the time, especially, blue running through my veins too, dog. So anytime I'm on the court, after the court, if you got any questions for me, dog, I know we kind of tapped in more even after the show. So I just want to let you know that I'm a resource for you, dog. Whatever you need, man, for real.
I appreciate that, man. All love, no doubt. I appreciate that.
That's what's up, man. And Draco brought it up earlier, but just tell us from your experience, man, seeing Terrance Hargrove Jr. on the court, bringing that energy, that rock star vibe that he brings on the court when you see it every night at Safest Arena.
I'm telling you that it's needed, dog, and I know you know that it's needed, but you are that energy glue. You are that one. I'm telling you that now. Like when you step on the floor, people feed off of your energy. Like even when you are interacting with the fans and the crowd during the game, like we didn't really have that in past years. You know what I'm saying? It was like more conservative. It was more kind of still support, but like your energy is real, bro. So I'm just saying, like, it's needed. Don't stop doing it. It's definitely needed, bro. But it's something that's always refreshing, man. Like the students love you, of course, but when you interact with them, even during the game, it's crazy. It's heightened up. You know what I'm saying? So your energy is infectious, bro. And you know, with the team, you are the glue with that energy. You know what I'm saying? You are the glue with that. So keep it going. Like I said, keep it going because, as a ball player, we know how that can affect the game. That can affect your teammates. That can affect the fans. So it's not just you doing it. Like, get outside of yourself when you do it, man, and just realize the impact that you're having because you are making an impact, and that's needed, especially in Schaefer's Arena, bro. So that energy is infectious, man.
No doubt. Hey, I love getting the crowd into it. I love getting the fans into it because that really pushes me out more. So when I got the fans and the crowd into it, I feel like I got them on my back now and I got them behind me. So it really be my thing of just getting the crowd into it, getting the fans into it, get my teammates into it, get the coaches into it. Like I need everybody screaming, yelling. I need everybody into it because it's amazing how the fans will help you win a game. And a lot of people don't talk about that. Your fans will help you win a game. Once you get the crowd into it, and like you go on this run, that could be the run that you guys needed the whole game to open up the game and win the game. And it's happened plenty of times this year. Plenty of times.
Yeah. And I know you are a leader, but coming from the standpoint from just me when I first met you and then now, like I said, we just kind of chopped it up with the radio show last weekend, but you are a leader, bro. So don't take that lightly. Don't think that I'm just saying that because I'm hearing things that you don't hear. You know what I'm saying? So you are a leader, man. So I really want you to in this year coming up, I really want you to take that more of a lead role, man. Like you are that glue, like I said, on the team. Take that lead role, man, and watch how people follow you for real.
No doubt.
And that's love right there. And speaking of impacts, man, Draco, you and I have been cool now for a little minute. It's been a pleasure. And just seeing the impact that you have made around the area as well. Tell everyone real quick about your show that you're doing on Sundays Then of course I saw you hosting an award show that I DJ'd at a few months ago.
Oh yeah.
That was a pretty cool experience and everything. But just tell everyone about the stuff that you're doing right now as well.
So I want to keep it more for my boy T and center it around him. So Youth POV, it's not my show. It's a show that's I'm blessed to be a part of, but it's on iHeartRadio 100.3 The Beat. And T was actually he was on the show last weekend. So it's all youth driven. So if you know anybody who's youth and all, of course, beyond college and everything like that, if they want to tap in and really give their opinion and have action behind it, that's something that y'all really need to tap into. And like I said, Terrence, he came on the show last weekend, gave some great insight, and it was real. It was real. It wasn't fluff. Yeah, it wasn't fluffed. It wasn't nothing like that. So it was super real. And that's what everybody appreciated. And that's what everybody want to hear. So that's that show. But yeah, people know me like as an artist, as an MC, but I wanted to make sure that T, you got your flowers, my dude. So I know I'm kind of laid back when I'm not turned up in the Shapers Arena. But like I told y'all, when I come to practice every time, bro, if you want to put me to the side, holler at me, see what's going on outside of the basketball court, please do. You know what I'm saying? I think that network is strong. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So that's a little bit about me, but y'all, I want to give these flowers to my boy T, man, for real.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man.
What's love?
That's what this show is all about, man. People always see, you playing basketball and what they see in the media, but they don't get the inside story. And this is what this show is all about, and all about giving the flowers, man. So definitely appreciate you, Draco, for being on the show as well. Going back real quick, how you brought up Draco in regards to seeing the energy that Terrence brings to the team and to the arena. Let's flip it around the other way. When you're on the court during halftime or during the break, Terrence, and you see Draco getting the crowd amped. They may be down because maybe the team maybe not, bringing it like how they should. And his, Draco's job is to bring the energy, be the host, and get everyone going and wild. How does that affect you, or does it at all, seeing Draco do what he's doing?
It affects me because now it's like he's warming the crowd up now. Because let's say if the game isn't going how it's supposed to be going, and coach calls a timeout and he's cussing us out and being a coach, doing what he's doing, trying to get us to lock in. And we go back out there. Draco has already got the crowd warmed up, and coaches didn't shoot us out now. So now we got the picture, and we go back out there. We going to run. Now Draco, he didn't warm the crowd up. He didn't got the crowd into it now. And then we go out there and make a run, and I go out there and add a little more to it. And now we got the crowd into it now. Draco plays a big part in a lot of our runs that we have made this past season. And that, that's not talked about a lot. Because, yes, he goes out there, he's standing on stuff, he's yelling at the top of his lungs, he's talking to fans, he's on the big screen in the ring. Like, that plays a part because that's getting the crowd into the game. That's getting the crowd amped up. That's getting them excited because, sometimes the games could not be going how we want them to go. But if Draco's out there hosting and doing what he's supposed to and just getting the crowd into it, that really helps, and that's really not talked about a lot. Like, I really thank Draco for, getting the crowd into it and keeping us going too, because sometimes it's games where we like, oh shit, like, come on. But when Draco's out there getting the crowd into it and we go out there and we go on a little run, now the whole team is into it now. Everybody in the arena is into it now. And without that, it wouldn't be him. Like, if he's not doing it, I don't know how it's gonna be done.
Man, I just love to see all the love that's being displayed right now, because it is, and y'all seen it. You know what I'm saying? It is so needed, because they always say we don't support each other, we don't support our own, and it's the shows like this, it's these moments like this that's going to have people who tune in for the first time seeing what love is all about. So as Draco was saying before, I'll go ahead, T-Bone.
I was gonna say this advertising. Look, next year, I'm gonna be going to some SLU games now, man. Y'all look,
may as well.
Hey, we all in the same boat. We all Billikens here. We all Billikens. So
let's go.
Don't sleep on him. Don't sleep. T gonna be leading that pack for sure with the host. Don't sleep on. I'm telling y'all, don't sleep on us.
I'll be showing my student ID, getting into those games. So,
and you already know what's real when you start doing this thing right here. You know,
once I start playing the guitar, it's over. I'm in it now. I'm in it. Once I start playing the guitar, I'm in it.
So tell us about Chaffetz and why that arena is so special.
The crowd, the support we get. Like, I'm not even talking about the team. I'm talking about just the fans. No matter how the season may be going for us, or we could be on like a 3-game losing streak, our fans are still going to come out there and support us. They're still going to be there. They're still going to pack Chaffetz out. They're still going to be into the games. Like, they still come see us, and they actually are true fans. And they travel with us too sometimes, which makes Chaffetz so special, because there's a lot of universities and teams out here that don't have a great support and don't have fans that actually travel and actually want to come see you play. Especially on a consistent basis, they pack an arena out 15,000 a night. That's pretty hard to do, especially every night. No matter who we are playing, that arena is filled. We could be playing our exhibition game, that arena is filled. We could be playing the weakest team ever, that arena is filled. Like, it's amazing how much they support us, and I commend Chaffetz. That's why I love the fans there. That's why I try to speak to every fan at the game. That's why I try to sign every kid autograph. That's why I try to take 1,001 pictures, because without them, I wouldn't have my energy. And I really try to show my love by just going out there taking pictures or photos, signing autographs, talking to mothers, talking to little kids, talking to dads, like talking to different coaches in the stands. Like, I try to do that, because without you guys, none of this energy will be possible in this arena.
Sure, we got the church up in here. Shouts out to that Abstinesian Missionary Baptist Church, working across from Market from Chaffetz. I'm going to have to catch some of the basketball games next year. See, there we go. That's love right there.
It's going to be the place to be next year. Or this year, you could say. It's going to be the place to be.
That's it right there. In regards to what you just said about taking photos and everything, my first time going to a SLU game in years was the 2022 season, and y'all played Rick Pitino and Iona. And that was a game which that was like last second, because y'all had a scheduled game against a different team, but that team had COVID. And then last minute, y'all got Pitino on. And I had no idea about after the game, people can come down from the stands and meet the players and etc. That I'm not sure that's something that's always done around all colleges, but just in regards to what I've seen at SLU, I think that's probably one of the best things that I've seen, is the players being able to interact with anyone who wants to be on the court and show y'all love, and especially seeing you shaking hands with kids and going up to your mom and your family that's just in the same section every game and show you love. I see that. You know, Draco was saying, I hear what you may not hear. I see certain things, and I'm like, man, that's love. So just tell us about the after the game and being able to meet people and show love and take photos, etc.
Greatest thing ever. After we win a game, I walk right past coach. I walk out through the tunnel and I just greet everybody. I got people that run up to me. I got people who try to take pictures, and I try to get everyone. And it's just so heartwarming, because you see all the people that loves you and know you and that you influence. And it's just like, man, why not try to take every picture? Why not try to sign every autograph? Why not try to talk to everybody? And like, sometimes some games, it takes me a minute before I even get to my own family. But I never regret none of it. I never catch an attitude. I never get tired of it. I do it every game, because it's like, I want to be able to talk to every kid. I want to be able to sign every kid's autograph, because it's a blessing. It's amazing how people want my signature, or people want to take a picture with me. Like, that still shocks me every time a person asks. Like, I think that something I would never get used to, because it's like, you really want my signature? You really want my autograph? Like, you really want to take a picture with me? Like, I love doing it. I love doing it. Like, I always do it every game. I take pictures with so many people. It's crazy. And like, I just get tags later on Twitter, Instagram, and I repost them all. Like, I've never been one of those athletes where that's arrogant or bougie or think I'm too good. Like, no, I try to repost everybody. Whoever tags me in something, I try to repost it or retweet it. I send a message back or something. Like, I've always been like that. I've never been the arrogant type. I've never been the stuck-up type or the Hollywood type. I've always been humble. I always repost everybody's stuff. I respond to messages. I always been like that. So, like, I just don't get how certain athletes just ignore certain people's DMs or don't want to take pictures with people or say, no, I don't want no pictures. Like, how could you do a fan like that? because you never know, that picture you might take and help that person out, make that person's day so much better. They could be having the worst day of their life, but you sitting there taking that 5-second picture with them can make their day so much better. Or you signing that autograph can make their day so much better. That's how I look at it. Me just leaving that tunnel, I see people that run up to me instantly. I try to take pictures. I'm taking 1,001 pictures. Like I done gave shoes away. I done gave sleeves away. I done gave shirts away. Like I don't mind it because it's like that could really help that person out. That could make that person feel so much better about themselves, and that's how I see it. And then I go up there to my family. I greet my mom, my dad, my little brother, my cousin, my aunties. I go greet them, and they understand as well. They be sitting up there taking pictures, smiling, laughing, and I go up there and take pictures with them. Talk to them. I sit there with them about 10, 20 minutes. By that time, everybody has left the arena. Players have left. Coaches have left. I'm probably like the only one left. Go in there, take my stuff off, and I go home. But I try to get every person feel good. Like I try to make every person smile because that's what I want to see. I want to see smiles. I want to see happiness because life is too short.
Exactly. And I want Draco, I want you to answer this after Terrence answers this question. But tell us about that COVID season. And because y'all had a squad and that team was looking to make a run until COVID came and boom, the A10 tournament was stopped. Then the next year didn't really have fans, for a while, if any, at the Chaffetz. Can y'all both once again start with you, Terrence, tell us about that process, that time that y'all went through for the COVID years?
It was so strict and kind of felt weird because, when you used to play in an arena full of thousands of people, now you have to just wake up, get ready for game day, and you walk in the arena to no people. Like, it was weird at first. It was something I wasn't used to, but I found a way to make it feel like it was fans in the building. I created my own energy with the team. When you see me over there dancing, you see me over there stomping on stuff, you see me over there acting a plumb fool, but that was my way of getting people into it. Because because games we were supposed to play, they got cut. Road trips got cut. A lot of games got canceled because of COVID. And then when they canceled the A10 tournament, it was just like season over pretty early. And it was just kind of weird because everything was on lockdown. We were so limited to what we could do or where we could go. Like I felt like I was in jail. Like it was to the point where I was home practice. School was online, so I couldn't go to no classes, so it was just like home practice. Like I couldn't do nothing else. I maybe could go home, but my coaches were skeptical about me going to see my own family, and it was understandable because you never know. COVID was in the air, and I could bring that back to the team. And then the whole team had caught COVID, and then we was on lockdown for like almost a month. Like I caught COVID twice, and I was stuck in a hotel for about 2 weeks, going on 3. Like it felt like the world was just on lockdown. It felt like we had some type of apocalypse or something. It was pretty crazy. Like I felt like you couldn't do much. Like when you played in the games that we did play basketball, it was just like it's not the same as you would feel now. It's not you're not as excited but eventually as the season got better and as the season went on and as COVID got better, they started letting a few fans in. And it was a decent crowd in there at the time, and they started opening up for the NBA as well. Like it started getting better as time progressed, though. But at first, it was like a nightmare kind of because it didn't feel right. It didn't feel like your typical basketball game.
And Draco, how did the COVID season affect you?
First and foremost, I couldn't interact with not only the team but the fans. So. And then I had to do what we call those promotion segments. I had to come in one day and do a lot of promotion segments that sometimes we play in the game or sometimes they may use for social media. But I was in there in an empty arena with a camera trying to rah and get everybody hype and do these little promotion things. And it was just weird. Like T was saying, it was just weird. Like there was no energy. There was no vibrations. Even when I did that, it felt cold. Like, oh, I'm just having to do this. I don't know who's going to see this. So that's how it affected me. And I'm big on, even before the season, even popping up to practices or hollering at them when I can, even with workouts and stuff like that. But all that was locked down, couldn't do it. So that year was tough for me just because I couldn't really get in the groove like how I used to get in the groove. So yeah, it was tough.
Yeah, just good that we're able to now say you survived that period and still doing what you love to do. So with that being said, Draco, I know you probably got to go. So thank you for your time and for showing love to Terrance Hargrove Jr. man on the platform Sports Talk Show.
You already know, man. You already know, dog. Hit me up whenever, bro. Like whatever you need outside of the court, I'm here, bro.
No doubt. Appreciate you, my boy.
Peace, y'all.
Yep.
All right, have a good one now. All right, continuing on, man, with this incredible interview. And first, before I even continue on, Terrence, man, I want to say thank you for working things out with your schedule. I know we tried to get you on back in April, and things got hectic with your schedule and everything. So thank you for being able to work with me to getting you on for the show, man. I definitely appreciate that.
No problem, man. I'm happy to be here. I'm honored, man. Thank you.
And also, you celebrated a birthday last Wednesday, so happy birthday to you.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, enjoying myself. I definitely did. Took a week off, just enjoyed myself and family, enjoyed my celebration. And this week I got right back to the grind, man. Right back to it.
Right back to the grind. So, you mentioned Coach Travis Ford, man. Just tell us your overall thoughts about playing for Travis Ford. And before you continue, before you start, excuse me, I'm sure you hear the outside noise. People are expecting, and I even myself expected a better season than what happened this past year, and things didn't go as planned. And people are saying, should it be a change with this? What are your thoughts in regards to hearing the outside noise, but also your thoughts in regards to playing with Travis Ford?
Outside noise, man, it only becomes a distraction if you let it become a distraction. Like outside noise after games, we lose that we shouldn't have lost. We talk within the team and we get ourselves straight. We don't let the outside noise bother us. Coach Ford is a great coach. He's a down-to-earth coach. He cares about the players. He cares about everybody else. He's not self-centered. He's always been a good coach. Every coach is going to be hard on you because they want what's best for you and they want to get the good about you. I would never say Coach Ford is a bad coach. He's not a bad coach. We just ignore the distractions and we ignore all the other people out there, man. Because distractions are made to distract you. They're made to throw you off your game, and we just ignore them, man. And I agree. We lost a lot of games that we shouldn't have not lost, and we got to just blame ourselves because we can't blame Coach because he prepared us, but we didn't go out there and do what we were supposed to do because we took teams too lightly sometimes, and we didn't come out swinging, as he would say. Instead of us coming out swinging, we just went out there lollygagging and think it's going to be a walk in the park, and teams end up beating us. We blowing leads that we shouldn't be blowing, but that's going to be pretty much different this year. We got a better team. We got a scrappy team. Coach is going to be twice as hard on us now because he has to be because we can't be losing games that we not supposed to lose because those games that we win leads up to us placing us in a good spot for the tournament. So we just got to buckle down and just not bullshit around. That's as blunt as it's going to get.
Love it, man. Love it. And I asked you earlier about that transition, getting into high school. Tell us about the biggest adjustment that you had to go through from high school basketball to now playing D1 college basketball.
Time management. Simple. I'm just speaking on a school level, not time management. Learning to put what matters first. You put your books first, you put your priorities first, and then you have fun later. And that was probably my biggest problem coming into college is time management. Learning what's important first and learning what that needs to be done first before I go have my fun. Like my dad always told me that, but once you experience it, it's different because now you got to figure out, okay, what's my priorities and what's fun. And once I finally figured out, I grasped it, and hey, I've been good ever since. But you see, anybody that's watching, the biggest thing that you're going to have to learn when you're going to college is time management. You're going to have to learn it. Because once you get here, you're going to have classes, you're going to have meetings. If you play a sport, you're going to have practice. You're going to have team meetings. You're going to have film sessions. You're going to have events you have to be at. It gets hectic, but once you learn time management, it's going to make it so much easier for you because now that you know how to prioritize, you know how to put things that matter first and put the stuff that really don't matter later, which is fun and kicking it with your friends and going out to clubs or going out to kickbacks and stuff. But putting your priorities first, where you put your school, your practices, your meetings, your important stuff first, and handle the stuff that's important first before you go do stuff that's fun later.
are you being told about your social life / love life and entertaining? You know what I mean.
Me personally, I really don't go out too much. Like I will go out and have fun. Don't get me wrong, but I'm much more of a being in the house person. Like I love to be in the house. Like I've been in the house all day that I haven't left at all. Like I love to be in the crib and just be out the way from people. You know, like I feel like you stay out the way, you stay out of trouble. You feel me? Because it's so easy to get in trouble, and it's so easy to really find yourself to get in some or be in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's like it's so easy to get into something. And me personally, I just feel if I'm out the way and I'm just in the house and minding my business, I can't be in no trouble. So I just be like, you know what? I stay out the way. I stay away from people. You know, I just keep myself in my room and stay out the way. Honestly.
Good point.
Dub says truth.
Yes, sir.
She also said earlier that she always admired how the athletes at her college balance their team duties with their classes.
Yep, I'm reading. That's definitely true. Yeah. That's why I say it's so easy to get into stuff out here, man. That's why in St. Louis is like one of the number one places to really get into something. Like, and me personally, I'm not from St. Louis. I'm from East St. Louis, right across the water. And only when I do go home, I go home to be with my parents. I don't go home to be riding around. I don't go home to be somewhere I'm not supposed to be. I go home to kick with my parents and I come back here. Like, I've always been an in-the-house person. I sit in the house all day. I'll play the game all day, talk on the phone with my friends, or chill. Like, I really don't do too much. I usually work out, go home. Especially now because, I mean, we have this whole month off. Coaches, they're on vacation. They're enjoying their time off. So really what I do is I just wake up, I work out, talk to a few friends, and play the game and chill out. I really don't do too much. I'm much more of an in-the-house person, honestly. And if I do go kick it, it's with friends. I don't really go to many clubs or nothing.
You are wise beyond your years. That is.
I got parents. Hey, I got parents that really. I had to grow up pretty quick, man. So I had parents that really taught me the ropes quick.
You hear that? You hear that? Taught them the ropes. You know, the upbringing is very important because if not no upbringing, it's going to show.
They taught me quick.
I didn't disagree with what you were saying earlier. My point was, we don't know the dad's background to even know if he knows the right thing to do, if he's had that foundation to do the right thing. There's that, we got to figure out where the broken link in the chain was. It might not be the dad. It might have been, somewhere else.
It just all goes back to his dad being more of his friend and not his father. Like, when talking about Ja, it makes me upset because it just makes me feel like he's just throwing all this that he's gained away. Like, dude, you went from being nobody to now you're Ja Morant. Like, didn't nobody know you in college for real? Didn't nobody know you in high school? Like, now you got to the NBA, you getting paid so much money, and you choose to just throw it away by just flashing guns and think you somebody. Like, no, dude, you gotta remember who you are and what the foundation you have built. You built a strong foundation. Don't just throw it away by just trying to be something you're not, man. And I just feel like his dad is being much more of a friend to him and not really in his spirit on his ass. Like, dude, get your shit together. Cause it's like, dude, we're not gonna just throw away this talent that God blessed you with, dude. We can't. And you sitting out here making reckless mistakes, not once but twice, it's gonna put you in a hole and really might get you kicked out the league. And then you're gonna be sitting here like, what am I do now?
He gonna hit up the studio.
Hey, I mean, you hit the studio, that's not gonna be what you're gonna be known for. You're gonna be playing basketball, dude.
Oh, look, you know that, and I know that, but the whole thing is when you have people who become fanatics of stuff, they don't see the intricacies of things. They just see like, oh, I want to go do that. That's what I'm gonna do out there, and they don't think about the cause and effect. And like, he's got good opportunities, but the truth is, and again, I'm not condoning anything. I think that everything he did is completely should not be done. He might need to have better influences out there. But, just like how people talk about what you eat, is what makes you. What you consume visually, what you consume through your ears, all that stuff is influences on you. It can affect you in different ways. But I mean, the truth is that he may have the height and the talent for basketball, but he may not have the passion for basketball. And his passion is lying in stuff that whether we can agree or not, this is showing that that's not his passion if he's keep doing the same thing.
Yeah, it can't be, because if it's your passion, you wouldn't do nothing. You wouldn't do anything to mess up your passion.
Right.
So that makes sense. That makes sense. It may not be his passion no more. He may just want to be free and be reckless and young and do what he do. But I hope if he does make that decision, I hope he just like really puts a lot of thought into that and say, look, if this is basketball, not what you want to do no more, please let somebody know. Don't go out here and try to sabotage your career and try to be something you ain't, because that's gonna make the hole deeper and worse for you. If you don't want the NBA no more, dude, just leave. Just say, look, I can't do this anymore. Like, I'd rather just do this, that, and the other. Then the commissioner, he will understand. They would just let you go happily. But if you out here making reckless, careless mistakes, but you want to be in the league, it's not gonna make you. You're gonna lose a lot. That's all I'm gonna say. You're gonna lose a lot.
You know, unfortunately, there's always this mentality that I've had since I was younger, and it's unfortunate for some people. But the reality is you either gonna set the example or you're gonna be the example.
There you go.
So,
they my dad told.
Yeah, I mean, you can either go out there and be the one where they be like, hey, go out and hey, you remember this guy? He did all these things. If you follow that, you'll become this. Yeah. Or you're going to be that guy where it's like, man, you know, you heard about such and such and this bad thing happened. And you don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that example. So you either going to set the example or you're going to be the example.
Yep. Can't disagree with you right there. I can't.
So, in regards to that, Justin, Perry, you spoke about time management, pretty much a lot of stuff off the court. Talk about the adjustment from high school to college in regards to in between the white lines and playing against, you know, better caliber players. You know, of course, people always say, which I know is true, that when you were in high school, you was that star. But then you go into college and then your teammates and other players that you're playing against, they may have been that guy on their previous team, and now they have to learn how to come together to be with other collection of talent as well. So how is that adjustment for you, and what have you seen that's been so different from a high school game to playing college?
Honestly, just everybody, like you just said, coming from high school, everybody was a man on their team. Somebody was a man on their team, and now you all on the same team playing. Like, it really, like, it's what I feel like a lot of people have a problem with. There's nothing wrong with being a role player until maybe it's time for you to be that man. Like, because every team has a man. Every team has their set scores, their set man. Like, every team has it. Every coach has that laid out. There's nothing wrong with being a role player. I was a role player for 2 years straight. And then my junior year, my senior year, that's when I stepped up to be, you know, who I had to be. But there's nothing wrong with being a role player at all. Like, ain't nothing wrong with coming in and just learning. Like, because when you come into college, you know nothing. You have no experience at the college level. Just like when you go to the NBA, you have no experience. You have no type of nothing. All you have to do is soak up and learn from the people that's been in the league or that's been in college. And I feel like that was my biggest help for me, because when I got there, I was learning. I was soaking up. I was talking to my older teammates. I was talking to my coaches. I was talking to people that's been there and giving me the wisdom and knowledge that I need to know early. So by the time I get in that position that they were in, it came like that. It came easily. And that's why now that I'm in that position now, I try to tell the younger guys, like, look, like, I would never tell none of my guys wrong. I would never tell nobody I care about or actually love nothing wrong. Like, I would tell you what I've been through, and I'll tell you how to handle it. And it's crazy when I talk to people, they actually sit up and listen to me. They actually take heed to what I'm saying, because they know it's real and they know it's coming out of love and not just coming out of something just to make me look good. I actually tell people, like, look, this is how it is. This is how it's going to be. Like, I'm a blunt person. I'm going to tell the truth. If you don't like it, oh, well. The truth hurts sometimes. And sometimes you don't want to hear the truth, but if you hear the truth, it'll set you free and it make you see like, okay, well, at least I can respect him. At least he kept it real with me. And I came in as a role player. Honestly, I came in, I didn't even play like the first half of the season. But that second half of the season, coach gave me a chance to go out there and prove myself, and that's what I did. Just because sometimes things don't go your way don't mean you just give up. You keep going. You don't just leave. You don't run away from your problems. You keep going. You keep pushing. You keep working. You give them a reason on why you should be out there, on why you should be in that position.
Love it. And you mentioned earlier about talking to older teammates. So I do have a few that I want to go ahead and show real quick and just give us your thoughts, man. Thoughts about this young man who's about to pretty much go into the league. We assume he should, but Yuri Collins, man, how special was it to play with him, and how much has he meant to you and to the program?
Unbelievable. Like that's the point guard I've been playing with before I even got to college. We played together in high school in Brad Bill League. Like that's my guy. Like I love that man to death. I was just with him the other day. He's back down here because he graduates Friday. So I was really down here with having a hoop session with him and stuff. One of the most funniest dudes I know. He's quiet, but like once you really sit there and talk to him and you listen to him, he's funny. He's funny as hell. But one of the most down to earth dudes. He's a great player. He can do it. Really has eyes in the back of his head. Like when you think he don't see you, he sees you. He sees the whole floor. And playing with him from high school to college, I've seen him grow, and I've seen his game get so much better. I've seen his vision get better. I've seen his handles get better. He's gotten a little more athletic. He's gotten wiser. He's gotten smarter. Like I've seen a lot. And I told him, I said, look, I ain't gonna lie to you, dude. Don't come back. Go get paid. Go get paid. It's time for you to go get paid. It's time for you to hit that next level. It's time for you to go take care of your family now, dude. He know I kept it real with him. He know I will always keep it real to go get paid. Even when games, he turned the ball over 1,001 times, and people would just bash him on Twitter and talking about him. I text him on the bus like, look, dude, I'm rocking with you right or wrong. I'm always behind you. It's going to be games like that. I already know you're going to make up for it. It was just a bad game, not a great night. Make up for it next game. Because like I said, life goes on. We wake up to see another day, and we play another game. Every game is not going to be a perfect game. Every game ain't going to be a 30-point game. Every game he ain't going to have 30 assists. Like some games are going to be worse than the others. And I always just tell him I'm rocking with you right or wrong. One of the best people I've ever been around. Hands down.
And how cool is it to see Jordan Goodwin come from this guy at SLU to now sign the contract and now in the NBA for the Washington Wizards?
One of the most hardworking dudes I've ever seen. That was a dude who had really had a routine. He would get up at 6 a.m. every day, every single day, go work, come to practice, go to class, do whatever he had to do, and like give it 100%, 110% every day. That's the dude who really worked his ass off, and he deserves everything he is getting. He deserves to play in the NBA. He deserves that roster spot because he worked his ass off. I've seen the work. I've been around him long enough. I know where he comes from because he's from the same city as me. It's hard as hell to get out of East St. Louis. It's hard. And once you're out, you should never look back. Come back and visit, but you shouldn't want to stay because it's hard as hell getting out, and I commend him for that. And he worked his ass off to get where he is. And, like, that dude put in countless time, countless hours, countless days. Like, that's one of the most hard-working dudes I've ever seen. When you think I work like a dog, he worked like a dog. Like, even on days he was sore, hurting, times he couldn't even move, he still got his ass up and went in that gym. That's what I commend him about. He didn't make no excuses. He didn't, like, even when we lost games, he'd be like, that's on me. He'd be like, I'm the reason we lost. Like, but that's just him being a leader and him being mature and him realizing, like, okay, I know I should have played better this game. I should have came out BS and I should have came out swinging like I know I should have, like I know I usually do. Ain't one of the most athletic guys, but he will go in there and rebound. You don't find a lot of guards that will actually rebound. Dude averaged a double-double here in college, man. And almost averaging double figures now, double-double now. Like, I see his career being good as hell in the NBA. Like, I really see his career, him getting endorsements and just being able to give back to the community of East St. Louis. Because, like I said, we have nothing over there. There's nothing to look forward to. But people like us that make it out and make a name for ourselves and for our city, we can actually come back and give back and help our city out and make it look better than what it is now.
That's love right there, man. Definitely love. So one topic that T-Bone and I love to discuss, especially with college basketball players, has been the addition of NIL and transfer portal. And we almost had a scare before last season with Yuri. You know, they would say, oh, he might go to Tennessee or he might go to this school. So during that time frame, when you heard about Yuri might go to a different school, what was your thought process? And what's your overall thought process in regards to both NIL and the transfer portal?
Oh, I know. Like I say, me and Yuri talk like on the daily. So at that time, I knew he was going to hit the transfer portal. And I told him, I said, look, you know what's going to come behind that, but do what's best for you. If you feel you are not happy here and you're not getting the things that you need here, by all means, do what you feel is best for you. I'm not gonna tell you to stay here. I'm not gonna beg you. You're a grown man. You're gonna do what you want to do at the end of the day. And we talked, and he was like, "Man, I'm in the portal, but I'm not sure." And you know, he really didn't give me too much insight, but I knew a lot of stuff that people didn't know. And once I seen, he told me, we actually sat in my room and we talked. He told me he was coming back before he even released it out. And I said, "You sure?" And he was like, "Yeah, man, I want to try to win one." I said, "Well, let's do it then." And that's when he finally released it out and he put it back and said he was coming back. He scared a lot of people, no doubt. He scared a lot of people. Kind of scared me a little bit, but I was like, "Hey," I said, "Do what's best for you, man. If that's what you want to do for you and what's best for you, you do it. I'm not gonna stop you." And the NIL, the transfer portal thing, the transfer portal has been so crazy like the last 2 years because of this NIL stuff. Like, I feel like the NIL thing was like the best thing ever created. Like the best thing, because now we can all get like paid for our image and likeliness. Like we can get paid for like being who we are and people coming to see us play, and we can drop merchandise out. We can like do anything with it. Get sponsored by businesses and or part ownership, or part co-ship with business and stuff. I feel like that's the best thing to help college students out by having money in their pocket, because it's a lot of broke college students out here and they looking a way to seek money, but it's like you can't work a job and you can't play sports at the same time. It's like it's impossible. So I feel like them coming out with NIL is like the best thing ever, because it really helped a lot of athletes out and really helped us be like go out there and just get money, like earn money, earn money from fans and stuff like that. And I love it because it helped me out a lot. It really helped me out a lot.
That's awesome.
I was gonna say, I mean, that's the answer you would expect to hear, right? Like,
yeah.
It's doing the thing it's supposed to do.
No doubt.
Yep, doing this job. So, once again, one of the main reasons why I brought you onto the show was because you being so courageous with telling your story. And a few months back, you were given the Perry Wallace Most Courageous Award. Tell us just how much that moment right there meant to you, and once again, how much that had just changed your life and how people look at you differently now.
Honestly, I didn't know that was an award or that was a thing, a Perry Wallace Award. Like, I didn't know that actually existed. But me being able to receive that award and just get commended for my courageousness and me coming out about my mental health really showed people that mental health matters. It really showed me that mental health really matters. And me being able to be the voice for mental health really helped me, because now I'm more comfortable with speaking up how I feel or what's going on with me. I don't have to hide it anymore. I don't have to sit here and just try to do things on my own. I can have help from people. And it's crazy. We was at VCU at the time, and we was getting ready to play them, and we had just got out of walkthroughs. And I had got on my Instagram and seen, I was like, oh, I'm awarded for the Most Courageous Award. And I was like, wow, this is actually like a thing. Like, I didn't know this was actually a thing for me to really get an award. And once I got it, I was kind of shocked, and I got a lot of love from it, a lot of reposts and stuff. And it kind of made me feel good, because I'm like, man, I didn't know you could get rewarded by coming out about how you truly feel or what's been really going on with you. And me being able to come out about that really opened my eyes up, and just being able to speak more and giving people the advice to just talk. Sometimes you never know what can help you if you just come out and talk. Go talk to someone that you trust, that you really can put your trust in by telling someone some personal business to. And me being able to do that and receiving that award was a blessing. I got a chance to go to Houston with my dad. We had family down there. We kicked it with them. We had a ball. We've seen a lot of different things, ate different food, met different people. Like, they opened a lot of doors for me. I made new friends as well. Like, that's why I say it's amazing what speaking up would do for you. If you just speak up and just tell people how you truly feel, you never know what it might do and how many doors it can really open to help you. And I'm blessed to be able to do that.
That's amazing. Once again, congrats to you in regards to that award.
Thank you.
I have one more photo I want to show you, man. Just give us your thoughts and how much this person means to you.
Best woman alive. Best woman alive. Like, that lady makes the impossible possible. Like, that's, as I call it, that's my twin, because me and her look just alike.
Yeah.
And that lady is unbelievable. She has never missed a game. She's always been there for me. She always made sure I had, even when she didn't have, she made sure me and my little brother had. She always puts food on the table. She makes things happen. She makes my life so much easier. And it's crazy. She had just called me before I got on this interview with you guys, and she wanted to see how I was doing, like, and what's been going on. Because usually I come home a lot, but today it's been lazy. I've been in the house just chilling and stuff, and minding my business. But that lady, I love her so much. Like, she makes a lot of things possible, man. Like, without her, like, she's the reason. I really look forward to her coming to my games. Like, that's what really gives me that energy as well. When I see her walk in the arena, like, that really gives me more energy now. Mom is here. My queen is here. She's here to see me play, and she's never missed a game from the time I first started to where I'm at now. She's never missed a game unless she was in the hospital when she got into a car accident and stuff like that. But other than that, she was there, and that's top lady. Like, I call her head honcho, the queen. That's head honcho. She's the one that make a lot of things possible, man. For real.
Man, that's amazing. And happy belated Mother's Day to Mama Hargrove.
Yes,
Ms.
sir.
Dub, question: do you have NBA aspirations?
Yes, I have NBA aspirations. But I'm not in a rush to get there. Like, that's why I feel like a lot of young athletes have a problem at they're so in a rush to go pro. They're so in a rush to make it to the next level. It's no rush. The league is not going nowhere, or any pro organization is not going nowhere. Why rush the process? Why not take it one step at a time? Like, I could have declared for the draft after this year, but I was like, nah. Why not finish my another year of eligibility of college up and play my last season here? Like, I've never been in a rush to go pro. I've never. Like, people say, oh, bro, you should declare. No, not yet. I don't feel it's right yet. I want to get more film. I want to get better. I want to get stronger. I want to get faster. I want to get smarter. I want my IQ to get better. Like, I want to learn a lot more before I really say, okay, I'm going to declare. And I came back because I still want to play with my guys, and I have another year of eligibility. Why not use it? Why not use it to get better? Why not use it to become more like a better me, I'm not in a rush to go to the NBA at all.
And earlier, Ms. Dub says colleges have been profiting from players' performance for years. It's time the players profited also.
Yes, sir. It makes sense. No doubt.
Yeah,
I can't disagree.
So, with that being said, man, it's been an incredible interview with you. Once again, thank you for taking time out to be on our show. Did you have any last special shout outs?
I'd just like to shout out my brother Edgar. I would like to shout out my boy J Mom, my parents, my family, my friends. I thank you guys, for being there for me. Thank you guys for always having my back, making sure I was all right. I thank you guys for having the phone conversation y'all had with me. I thank y'all for loving me for me as friends, and not just loving me for what I can bring to the table. Y'all love me for me. Y'all accept me as a brother, and I really appreciate y'all, man. I forever got y'all back, no doubt.
That's what's up, man. Go ahead, T-Bone.
I was just gonna say, if there's anything I learned from today, you good people, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's why I like you. This show is more inspiration to me. That's why I stick on for a lot of the interviews a lot of times, because I like to, that's the type of energy I like to bring around me. I like to hear that energy. I like to hear, the positivity, the wisdom. Like I said, wise beyond your years. Like, you gonna do good things in life.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
That's what's up, man. So, Terrence, if you don't mind to stay on real quick, we're going to go ahead and sign off, then just stay on real quick, do a post-show talk. For everyone else, this is the Platform Sports Talk Show. I am your boy, Smoooth. Shouts out to T-Bone, to Bunny, to Sadar for joining me tonight on the show. Go ahead and give it a follow everywhere on social media. Y'all know what the deal is. It is the Platform Sports Talk Show, and we are officially out. Y'all have a great rest of y'all evening.